What's up? It's Monday morning. Excited to start the week with you. Start the day with you. So spring break is over. Spring break is over. My son went back to school this morning.
Right.
I don't know if you have kids. You don't have kids, so it doesn't really matter to you because yesterday was normal.
Yesterday was normal. Today was normal. But were you sad to see the kid go back to school?
You know, he was sad to go back to school. He didn't want to go. I was kind of like easing him into it, talking it up, being like, man, it's going to be exciting to see your friends, see your teacher. And he's just like, I don't want to go. I'm like, why not? You have fun. He was like, I don't want to go. But anyways, he's there. He's fine. And I'm excited that he's going to be able to learn again and get through the school year, because like spring break is almost like the beginning of the end of the school year. You're in crunch time. And, finish out strong. Yeah. That's my message to him. Hopefully he listens to that.
That was one of the things as a kid you always hated for break to get over, whether that was the first day of school or, a break. You're like, oh, I don't want to go back. Yeah. Were you one of the kids that was like day one, like, start of school?
Yeah, I was ready on day one, start of school. Like, I'm talking August, though. Like, August, I'm like, oh, I'm excited. New grade. I'm moving up in the world, and I'm excited for sports to start again. I always played football, so that was fun. And hanging out with your friends, right?
But this is different because this is like the last stretch. Like, they don't have, I think maybe Easter's the last time that they're going to get off. Like, do you guys do that where it's like Thursday, Friday before Easter, they're also off?
Probably. I don't remember. Like, even whenever I was a kid. Hey, what's up, Grace? What's up, Robin? Good morning, guys. Natasha. Hopefully, you guys are doing good. Robin, how did it go opening weekend? We need to get out there ASAP. The Axe Masters. Go throw some axes. I am excited. Good morning. You're listening to KHEA Radio 99.5 FM. This is Kickstart. It's 8:41. I'm Gardy.
And I'm Curt.
And it's a beautiful Monday morning. Spring break is over. Everybody's sending their kids off to school again today. And are you happy about that? I don't know.
I feel like our numbers are going to be skyrocketing because the kids today aren't watching. Like, they don't have to pay attention to the kids. They can pay attention to us.
That is
right?
An option. That is an option. Yeah, or our numbers are going to go down because it was all the kids that were watching and listening. Do you think that happens? No. I don't know.
Our numbers show that it's moms between the ages of 25 and 44.
Well, Ethan watches. Ethan's not a mom. Ethan, does your mom watch?
She does occasionally. Now, whether or not I watch is a different story.
Ethan, we need you to watch all the time, and you don't. So, spring break is over. You weren't even on spring break, but we need you to step the game up. Intern life is it's a lot of fun, but
intern life apparently has to be everyday life now.
Yes.
Yes.
Exactly. That's correct. Hey, so let us know, what do you guys got going on today? I see Grace said I picked up breakfast tacos from Dear Donut Man. I was going to drop them off there. But come on. But no one was there. You're around there at 7:45 and said my classmates are enjoying them. Oh, that breaks my heart. I actually went to Dear Donut Man. Well, I went to the gas station right next to it. That's why I got my drink. Shout out to Escape KHEA for keeping my drink cold today. And shout out to Bang, as it is energizing me this morning.
I'm rocking the Escape KHEA koozie as well.
Yeah.
Hey, we've dropped a post on Saturday, speaking of Dear Donut Man, about the Shipley's Donuts and Bonnie's Donuts and Krispy Kreme Donuts, and which people would prefer. I thought that was an interesting to look back and kind of see which people preferred which donut shops.
Yeah, I'm a little bit, I'd rather have Bonnie's. But, okay, Ashlyn said, good morning from Brenham, first day back to college after spring break. So here we go. There are some students that were watching, and now they're going back to school, so hopefully you're still able to tune in and hang out with us. We're talking a little bit about donuts right now. We had a Dear Donut Man drop, and Curt had posted an article about donuts.
Yeah, the Krispy Kreme donuts are interesting because they were putting Nutella inside of the Krispy Kreme donuts. Mm-hmm. Are you a Nutella fan?
Sure. Yeah, I'm not like crazy about it, but I've had it before and it's good. I'm not really that. I will eat dessert. I'm not a huge like, oh my gosh, dessert fan. I have to have dessert. I have to have Nutella. That's not me. Donuts are good, but I'm not like gonna go to who put the Nutella in it?
Krispy Kreme.
Krispy Kreme, okay,
right?
yeah.
I get confused between Krispy Kreme and Shipley's donuts. Like the national chains all start to blend together at some point.
Yeah,
I know they're different.
I'm not driving to a Krispy Kreme's to go get Nutella. I'd rather just go to Bonnie's Donuts or go to a local shop.
I know you hate when I talk about Nebraska, but for me, when I was in Nebraska, it was easy to get Krispy Kreme. We don't have Shipley's Donuts in Nebraska. That was one of the first things that I did when I got to Texas was had Shipley's Donuts. I like Shipley's Donuts, but I don't think that there's anything better than having a fresh, hot Krispy Kreme donut right off of the whatever they call it, the fryer.
Yeah.
Right out of the line.
I don't know, whatever. It's like a machine that makes it and you just watch it. Hey, Ethan, can you do me a huge favor? Can you pull up the stream on your phone and go out there and check our audio? Shout out to Josh Varner. He said, hey, the sound sounds, a little bit off. So we'll see what's going on with that. Is it actually all of the audio is on from all the cameras?
Yep.
I think we got it fixed now. Thank you, Josh. You're awesome. It's 8:45 a.m. This is KHEARadio.com, 99.5. Ooh, Giorgio, the owner of Sloppy Nick's, the GM of Pomodoros. Good morning, sir. He said, I grew up with Nutella in Italy. How would you have it? Would you just have it like on a piece of toast or a bagel? How did that go? I don't know.
Piece of toast or bagel? I've never had Nutella on a piece of toast or bagel before.
What did you put it on?
I don't think I've ever bought Nutella before.
So you never had it?
I've had Nutella, but I've never bought it from the store.
So where have you had it? I'm not sure. Like, what have you had it on?
I don't remember. Like on like pancakes and waffles and stuff like that at like different restaurants. But I don't know like which specific place for sure. Does that make sense?
No, not at all.
Okay.
Not at all. But right now, for some reason, talk about desserts. Michelle said Cupcake Cache because they have gluten-free cupcakes. Nobody seems to have gluten-free donuts.
Ooh, can you make a gluten-free donut?
Probably.
What would you make that out of? That's intriguing. That's
the same stuff you make the donuts out of. You know what they do is they use like different like almond flour or like coconut. I don't know. They just cell phone flour. They just like find something. They're like, we can make flour out of this, and then you eat it, and it's like gluten-free. I think that's how it works. Giorgio did say he said yes, toast and bread. He'd put Nutella on it.
That's awesome. Hey, coming up on today's show, we have a busy show today. We're actually having 3 different guests in studio. First of all, we're going to have El Sombrero, which is located in Hitchcock, is going to be coming in. We also have P&P Productions, and then also Peak Performance Warehouse is going to be in at 10:30. 3 guests today on today's show, so it's going to be a packed show for us, all starting at 9:30, 10 o'clock, and 10:30, so about 30-minute segments. So make sure that you stay tuned for that. We're also giving away the 3 sets of Petrified Eyes Lash Studios today for that video. If you haven't done so, go and check out our featured video on our Facebook page. It's a like, share, comment video, and you have a chance to win some eyelashes from Petrified Eye Lash Studios located in Kima, Texas.
Yep, you have a chance to win, so make sure you go check that video out if you haven't seen it yet, because you don't want to miss out on this opportunity. If you have no idea what eyelash extensions are, it's actually really, really neat. And they kind of take what you have and they just, I'm trying to think, they enhance it so that way you have to do less work in the morning. So we also found out that sometimes guys get that as well, which is something new that I never thought of before. But, Petra's like, yeah, I have dudes that are clients. So it's not just for girls. If that's something you want to do, check it out.
Yeah, we've been talking about Posh. Was an option for us. I know it's a little different than eyelashes, but it's eyebrows.
Kurt's
doing some microblading.
Yeah, Kurt's actually getting microbladed, and I think we need to confirm that, but it's supposed to be this week. So he's going to get those eyebrows filled in. They are going to be top-notch, and they will be, I think the appropriate term is on fleek. Brows on fleek. Kurt Casper will be ready to go.
I feel like, though, I don't feel like it should just be as easy as saying, like, oh, I'm going to get microblading done. Like, there should be a challenge for our listeners to have to be able to sit there and watch me get microblading done.
Like, what kind of challenge?
I'm, like, thinking, like, getting to, like, a certain number of likes on our page or, donations. I don't know, because it's just going to be, like, that's going to hurt. Like, microblading is painful.
No, I don't think so. I think if it's done appropriately, done correctly by somebody who knows what they're doing, they're going to be gentle. You won't have any pain. You'll be good to go. But again, I don't know. And here's the thing. You say that challenge, but like the challenge should be you trying to reach it, because now you're going to look even better. You're going to be enhanced. You'll have your eyebrows filled in, and there will be like, I don't know. You'll just be perfect. Yeah, perfect. Good to go. And then here's what happens. Next time you do a challenge and you shave your eyebrows, you're going to be like, ha,
fooled you guys because I have eyebrows under my eyebrows.
True.
Yeah, so you're welcome. You're welcome for that.
Okay, so I have to ask, because I know people can see this, and maybe they can chime in on our Facebook live stream. If you're watching on KHEA Radio's Facebook page, or if you're listening at 99.5 FM, maybe you can give us a call at 346-704-1806. Are the eyebrows okay?
Mm-hmm.
Are my eyebrows, do they need microblading? Like, is this something that I think that I need?
No, well, nobody absolutely needs anything. I don't think you even need eyebrows. Like, what purpose does it serve other than just, like, hanging out on top of your eye? You don't need them, but could you benefit from them? Sure. Would you look better?
Sure.
Oh, 100%, you know? There's still some spots that are struggling to grow in, but for the most part, they're nicer than whenever you shave them off.
Oh, man, just think back. We should have reached out to Posh back when we shaved these
Check
off.
it out. Yeah, Natasha said, my mom, 78 years young, just got it done last week. If mama can do it, you can too, Kurt. So there you go.
All right. So does it hurt?
I don't know that for sure because I haven't had it done. But from what I've heard is that if it's done by someone who is skilled and, you know, is gentle, then it's not going to hurt. I mean, you can make anything hurt. I'm sure if I could do your eyebrows and make it hurt.
So when I did the Botox through Brazilian drops in Desiree, I think leading up to it, I was a little nervous because all I've thought about is like Botox hurts, Botox is needles.
Yeah.
I was freaking myself out, right?
Right, yeah, for sure.
And then it was done, and I was like, that's it?
Yeah, but you were crying during the process. You were struggling. You're like, oh man, needles. I don't like shots. I don't like needles. But was it painful?
No. At the end of the day, it wasn't that bad.
Yep. Ashley said, or you can get an eyebrow tattoo, which may be different. Which you have a tattoo.
I do have a tattoo.
So I've seen you get a shot, and you were pretty hesitant, scared, a little bit whiny. I can't even imagine you sit down and being like, hey, this is a tattoo. You're just probably around the same.
Were you talking about, like, I was thinking, like, at the doctor's office, you went in, but it was the shot for the Botox,
Yeah,
right?
you had Botox in your forehead, and you were just like, oh my gosh, I'm so nervous. You're like sweating, like, oh, is this gonna
I get nervous.
I
get nervous even, like, when I'm at the doctor's office and they have to draw blood.
Yeah.
Like, I'm, like, freaking out. Like, I'm, like,
right?
screaming at the top of my lungs, like, no!
I know. Yeah, I know. That's how you were at Desiree's. And so that's what I'm saying. I can't imagine sitting down in the same room with you at a tattoo parlor, tattoo shop, and you're just like, okay, stop. And
So-
the tattoo artist would be like, stay still. Let me finish this thing.
Exactly what happened. Exactly what happened when I went and got my tattoo. I have these, like, 3 different mountain
Is that why they
lines.
look like that? Because you
Yes.
were like moving all over the place?
The first one, he did the red one first, like the red mountain first, right?
Yeah.
And I was freaking out.
A little bit, huh?
I was like, okay, we got to stop. Like I said, this is
You need a
this is-
break.
I need a break.
How long did that tattoo last? It was probably like 30 minutes total to do the entire thing. You're just like, oh, 5 minutes in, I need a break.
I needed a break. I was like, I need a break, and I was sweating. Like I was literally like sweating. I was nervous. I don't know why. So I stepped down, took a little bit of break, and then came back and finished it all.
So how long before you needed a break?
It was probably like 5 minutes. I was like, I need a break. I need to get out of here.
You know, did you instantly regret your decision? You're like, why did I decide to get a tattoo? As soon as the needle hits you, and then you're just like, well, I have to finish now. Like, what else is it going to be? Like a little red blob at the top of my arm? And now you have 3 blobs at the top of your arm.
I don't remember what my arm looked like before the tattoo. I just thought
It's
that's
become
what
one.
It's become me.
Yeah, that's just who I am, Mom.
So
it's not a phase.
We should also make a clarification point here on this tattoo. Like, I realize that some of our listening audience is like, hey, like tattoos, good,
Tats.
bad. You know, we've gotten permission from Pastor Helm as long as it's a good tattoo. You can have it.
Hey, you're not putting words. Yeah, I wouldn't necessarily put words in his mouth. I would not necessarily put words in his mouth like that. But he did talk about that, and it was interesting. So sometimes there's question and answer like sessions at church that we do, and somebody asked, "Hey, are tattoos wrong? You know, pretty much, are you in the wrong if you have a tattoo?" And he was like, "Oh, that's an interesting question." And he said, "Me personally, I don't have any tattoos. I have no desire to get tattoos. But if you have a tattoo, there's nothing wrong with it as long as you don't get something that's like defiling and like just like hateful."
Right.
Then why would you want to get something like a message like that on your body?
I feel like my tattoo being mountains doesn't really like.
It's not hateful.
It's not hateful. unless you really hate mountains.
Unless you're flat land. Like, why didn't you get flat land on your arm? Maybe you should get that on the other side, just like a straight line, and be like, it's for the mountains and the flat line. And then you need to get water,
Man,
so like the
I was
ocean.
so offended when I was in Vermont. When I lived in Vermont, one of their like terms for like people in the Midwest, so like people in Texas,
Flatlanders.
they're called flatlanders.
Yeah.
Like if you grew up in a place where there's
Did
no
Ethan
mountain,
chuckle?
he was like
Flatlanders.
Flatlanders.
Ethan's from Kentucky. Ethan, is it flat over there? Are there mountains?
Yeah.
They're hills.
More towards like Illinois and whatnot, but there are a few.
Yeah, I used to live in Nashville, and there were stinking hills everywhere. It's like, just that's what it was. You know, you just go over the street and you can't see where the traffic's coming, which always concerned me because you have to really trust the people that you're on the road with, because if somebody's not paying attention, they're like texting, you get a head-on collision. What in the world? That's why I like living here. I like living here because I can see from here all the way to Houston, and I'm good to go.
You know, though, Nebraska isn't straight flat. Like when you think about Nebraska, there's like Chimney Rock, there's Jailhouse Rock, there's Courthouse Rock. There's rocks in Nebraska. It's not all flat.
Just rock. Okay.
But did you hear, by the way, about the massive flooding in Nebraska? So I just wanted to say, like, if you guys are watching right now, think about my friends and my family who are living right now in Nebraska. There's 53 of the 93 counties in the state of Nebraska have declared national emergencies due to flooding.
Just a lot of rain or what?
No, there was a dam that broke,
Okay.
like a man-made dam that exploded, and it flooded basically half the state, which is crazy to think about.
Mm-hmm.
The other thing I wanted to bring up too, have you been paying attention to the Deer Park stuff?
Yes.
Well, I just wanted to say, like, we here at KHEA Radio are praying for the people at Deer Park. We're praying for those firefighters who have been battling the flames. It's still on fire today.
Yeah, it is, you know, and I think what we can do is just pray for people to have wisdom and to know how to handle that situation.
Right.
You know, and I assume you prepare for these situations. There's safety things that are put in place, like this is what happens, but you never know how it's going to go until it's showtime, and that's what it is right now. So these emergency precautions are being acted on, you know, so just pray that everything works out the best way, and there's really nothing we can do as individuals other than support them, and that's it, you know, just kind of wait, because it's just like things have to burn out.
It's crazy.
It's nuts, man.
What happened, because I sent it to you yesterday at like 11 o'clock. We were sitting in AM service.
Yeah, it's been going,
and it's been going. It started as 1, and I think now there's 4 or 5.
I saw a thing last night in Talk of Deer Park that said there was 12, and so that's another thing. We don't know all the facts, and so we don't want to necessarily talk about it too much to spread like
false information.
Yeah,
right.
because we don't know what the information is, other than we know that it's still up and going. It's on fire, you know, and it's burning. And yeah, I don't want to talk about numbers and all that stuff because we don't know.
We don't know.
Yeah, and there's even been official reports that are all conflicting. So I don't even know if they know, honestly, which is kind of weird to think about. But who knows what's going on? Nobody does.
You know, and they're not. I think I saw something like there were like 23 different like fire units like that are helping to fight this, and they're concerned about, like, think about a firefighter like having to go into a situation like this, that they've been fighting this flame. I mean, you think about exhaustion, you think about dehydration for these firefighters. So keep praying for their health. Keep praying that, you know, that they're able to find a solution for this. Because it is just a building on fire, but it's still a building.
Tank. It's a tank of like you know, some chemicals and some other stuff that it's not good. It's no good. But you know, over the weekend there was a couple of fires that took place in, you know, refineries and plants, and you know, in our area, Texas City up to Deer Park, Pasadena, up and down 146. There's a ton of refineries, and that is a great option for people to go and make money. You know, that's kind of who we are down here. You know, Texas City, there's a bunch of plants and refineries, so like operators and just like, I mean, there's a bunch of work to be done, but there was multiple fires this weekend. Then there was even a fire on top of the Shell station in Lamarck there. But yeah, that's my parents' exit. You know, there's the Texas Pit Stop. One of our partners here at KHEA Radio is exactly on the other side of I-45. How did that even happen? Did you see that?
Yeah,
it was the top of the building, like, and it's not. There's nothing even there other than like metal there's like the red frame. I don't even know the name of it, but it's like a frame building, the red iron, and it was on fire.
I saw that from our content partner, I-45 Now. They actually went live. They were driving down the road and saw this fire, and he's like, hey, pull over, and he started filming, and he's like, the funny part about that I-45 Now video was he started filming, and he's like, there's a fire on this rooftop, and nobody's really, like...
He said the workers don't seem too concerned right now. It's like, this happens all the time. You know what? And it may happen all the time, but we not right next to I-45, you know, and right, that's what happened. So it was really weird to see. There was just construction on fire. And I was talking to somebody yesterday. I play on the music team, you know, in the band at church, and Kevin Cowart, he used to work in refineries. He used to manage a refinery, and he was talking about that. It's one in Pasadena. And I asked him, I said, dude, are there fires that happen all the time? They just don't get picked up on national news? He was like, well, no, not like this. Not like this. But then another gentleman who works in the refineries as well, he said, yeah, well, we had like so many fires last week, but I don't know. I really don't know the rules, but do you wonder if it's just the news picking it up now? And this is something that happens all the time? Because over the weekend, there's been like 3 or 4 major fires that for whatever reason got picked up in the news. Does this happen all the time?
Is
and
this
the news
just because we're now paying attention to it more? Like
know.
you and I, or
I don't know.
It's crazy.
That's what I don't understand. It's 9 o'clock. Monday morning. This is KHEA Radio.com, 99.5 FM. It's Kickstart. We're excited. It's Monday morning. Spring break is over. You sent the kids to school. Were you happy about it? My son was kind of like bummed out to have to go back, but it's good for him. Hey, I did my time. You have to do yours, right? That's the way I look at it.
I was just thinking that, like, for these kids today, when I was a teacher, I was like, you kids have it so easy today.
Yeah.
Like, they're like, we have to write a half-a-page paper. And I'm like, you know, when I was a freshman in high school, I was writing 5-page papers.
I wasn't.
I was.
And it doesn't show.
Man. Wow.
I didn't have to write like large papers like that until I got into college. And then I was like, what is this? Y'all want me to write a 10-page paper? And then like as college got further along, I was like, I have to write a 30-page paper? Can I put pictures in there? Like, what's going on?
The worst was my senior thesis for communication, 25 pages. But we got the whole semester to work on it, right?
For college or high school?
For college.
Okay, I was going to say, I was like, oh my goodness, for a senior in high school, that's insane. No, but for college, yeah, that's real.
So I took all honors classes.
Of course.
In high school, right? Like, because you that's how you increase your GPA above 4.0 is you take honors classes, right?
Sure.
And so, like, there was like, oh, you have to write a 5-page paper for every honors class that you take. There was a 20-minute presentation. It was nuts. The amount of work that we had to do as honor kids in high school was crazy. Like, I don't even remember in college working that hard, except for that 25-page paper.
Man. So for me, go ahead, Ethan, what you got?
You know, if a picture's worth 1,000 words,
Touche, Ethan.
can that count? Like,
Did you know they stopped doing like, hey, you have to write this many words? You know, the hardest paper that I had to write in college was a 1-page paper. It was a like major like thesis statement that like it was for a comm law class. Like you had to talk about this comm law thing, but it had to be 1 page. So you had to take all of this information and condense it into 1 page. It was the worst experience of my life.
Well, okay, so some of the stuff I went to school with, it's not good to try and stretch information out. You want to be as precise as possible. So if you can get your point across in the smallest amount of words possible, that's the point. With social media, with the news, you have a couple seconds to catch somebody's attention to tell them the idea without stretching it out. So maybe college should be saying, like, instead of like these 25, 30-page papers, hey, I want you to prove your point in 1 page. And you better have me convinced. You know, that is a challenge.
It's like the 6-second video challenge of Vine, right?
Sure,
like,
yeah.
How hard is that? You know, for me, that class was important because newspaper, because we had to write some stuff for the newspaper in that class. They have word limits because there's only a certain amount of space in a newspaper that you have to fill. And so you're only allowed a certain amount of information to go in a news article, and so you had to condense it.
Michelle said, I see your senior thesis and raise you a master's thesis in cancer genetics.
Whoa.
That's,
My ex-wife actually in her master's had to do like a 65-page paper for her master's, and I was like, that's nuts.
That's what my wife did too, but like on art history. That's what she did it on, and I remember going through. She's like, "Well, can you like proof it?" And I'm like, "I don't know any of this stuff, but I'm just like reading through the stuff." But she actually did get to do pictures in hers, but it doesn't count towards your 65 pages. You see what I'm saying? So
I remember
maybe like 80 or 90 pages because some of them are pictures.
I think I was a teacher that year that she was working on that because I had to help her like with formatting of her like title pages and stuff. I think
there was issues she had with Word, which shout out to Microsoft Word. You know, it's weird when you use it on a Mac sometimes. Right now it's 9:04. This is KHEAradio.com, 99.5 FM. I see Kelly. She said, pick me. It's my birthday. Happy birthday, Kelly. And you know what? We may pick you. We're giving away 3 sets of lashes. You can get your eyes and your lashes petrified right from Petra over at her lash studio in Kemah, Texas in Toucan Alley. And it's a great opportunity if you want to enhance what you have. We've been talking about getting Kurt's eyes petrified. We're also getting him microbladed this week, so you need to stay tuned for that. That's what I'm excited about.
You should have wrote a commercial for petrified eyes because that would have been hilarious. Like the way that you said petrified, get your eyes petrified.
Hey, me and Ethan were working on some copy for some of our partners, right?
Right.
Trying to script out. And we came up with a jingle. Do you remember what it was? It kind of rhymed. It was for cruise planners. It was like, oh man, I can't remember it. But you know what? I did run into Karen. I ran into Karen this weekend at Altitude Trampoline Park.
Yes.
She was there with her kids. She had some friends in from out of town, and I was talking to her about filming on Friday. We haven't necessarily got into exactly what's going on, but we're going to be on a cruise ship. It's this weekend, right?
This weekend, Friday.
This Friday.
Friday's show.
Ethan, are you coming with us? Are you allowed to?
Oh, no. Ethan's not allowed to come on the boat
because he's not
with
old
us.
enough.
He's not old enough, and we didn't get his information in. But he's going to come with us to help us, but he just can't come on the boat.
He's just going to be on the outside.
Yeah.
Are you going to be okay,
What if
Ethan?
I get kidnapped?
That's true.
Ethan, you're 17 years old, and nobody wants you. I don't know if you
Ethan!
can get kidnapped.
That's not nice. Ethan,
That makes me not want to go even more.
hey, we're giving away a cruise. That's what we're excited about. We're giving away a cruise here at KHEA Radio. We're going to film for it on Friday in Galveston. We're going to be on the boat. You have an opportunity to come on the boat with us through social media and through video, but we're excited. So you need to stay tuned. If you're not liking KHEA Radio yet, you need to like it because you're going to have the opportunity to win a cruise vacation. Absolutely for free.
Yeah, we're probably dropping that video like April 2nd. I thought about dropping it April 1st, but I figured like everyone would assume
That's
that it was a
awesome.
joke.
Yeah, Michelle, a cruise. That's correct. We're giving away a cruise. I believe it's through, with Carnival Cruise and Cruise Planners.
Yeah, Carnival Cruise is giving us an opportunity. It would be for a cruise in September. There's specific dates, so you don't get to pick the dates, but it's completely free. We're reaching out still to find transportation, so that way you don't even have to transport yourself to the cruise. You just have to show up, partake, and it's a 4-day cruise, I believe.
Wow. I've never been on a cruise. Have you?
I've never been on a cruise. I've never been on a cruise boat. Like, I've never been on the boat, just to walk around.
That'll be good enough for me. Just to get on the boat, maybe take some photos. We're going to get some videos.
Some
behind the scenes.
ibuprofen.
Yeah. Some ibuprofen, maybe some Dramamine. I don't know. Ethan, have you ever been on a cruise?
I have not.
Would you like to go on one?
I don't know. I've been on a fishing boat before, and that was kind of nice. But I don't know, like a whole week on a boat. I feel like
But you go to different places. So like once you go, it's like, oh, we're cruising all the way to the Bahamas, and then once you get there, you're like, we're at the Bahamas, and you get to go out and do stuff, go eat, go fish, snorkel, get back on the boat, and it's like buffet style-y, right? So you just eat as much as you want. It's pretty much included in the trip.
You had me at buffet.
Buffet style-y. You got to say styly.
That I can. Oh, styly. Okay.
Yes.
You had me at buffet styly. Is there any way that I can win instead of anybody else?
Ethan, I'm afraid that your relationship with us makes you can't. It disqualifies you, which isn't really fair, is it? Like you're like, I work. I put in all this work, and I feel like you should win.
I quit. I'm gonna try and get into this giveaway, and if I lose, I'll come back to you guys.
Okay, that's fair. Hey, good morning, Leanne. Are you looking to go on a cruise? We're giving away one. We're filming for it on Friday.
Yeah, Friday's show's going to be interesting. Just to give everyone a heads up, if you're one of our listeners that listen in on 99.5 FM or on our Facebook Live or at KHEAradio.com, we're doing a short show that day. So we're going to be going from about 8:30 to 9:30. It's only going to be an hour. We might be doing it from Maceo Spice Company. We need to confirm that.
You know what we should do?
Yes.
And I probably shouldn't say this on the air, but the people should know. We should go pre-film a 2.5-hour show somewhere and then just drop it as a premiere on Facebook and nobody knows. And then we put it from the Facebook and we have somebody else in here do the whole thing. Nobody would know except for the people watching and listening right now.
Or the people who are like, it's debuting a premiere.
You know, most people don't look at that.
We could pipe a video here for 2.5 hours,
Yes.
and someone's just here, not premiering it, but going live, and
Sure.
we just play the video for 2.5 hours.
Boom.
Done.
There you go. Roger Maria actually said, I've been on a Carnival cruise, but it's been like 18 years ago, and it was a lot of fun.
I met her this weekend.
Yeah.
At Coco Crepes. We had a busy weekend.
Yeah, yesterday was awesome. Coco Crepes, huh? And then the day before that, it was at Bayshore Grill for the Bay Area Houston Food Lovers Karaoke Night, which you sang. I got video of it, and you did a good job.
Oh, I hope that video never gets out.
Well, I have it filmed in 4K on my phone. That was the first 4K video that I've shot. I sent it to you. Did you watch it?
Yes, it looks good. I said 1, 2, 3.
And I really want to make it mine.
Make it mine.
So Kurt was singing his karaoke at Bayshore Grill.
Oh, man.
Is that something people like?
I don't think I've ever done that before in my life, acted that way.
You act like that all the time. That's just what you look like. You've just never seen it before because nobody's filmed it. So he's dancing around doing his little thing like this, like, oh, that's what you look like in the sound booth during church. That's what you look like. He does that dance. So Ethan, imagine him dancing, but he was singing karaoke, and it was quite the spectacle.
2, 3, baby.
I feel like I've never heard him like try to sing. I feel like he just goofs off.
Do you know
most of the
that
time.
song that he was just singing right now? So that was a perfect song for him because there's certain songs where you don't have to necessarily be like an excellent singer, and it's kind of he killed it. He actually did a really good job. I was impressed. Ross wants me to share it. Should we share the video?
Yes.
I told you, I said, is this
just so
going to
I
get...
can see it.
Here's the best part. I have a girlfriend. She's fantastic.
What?
She's lovely. And she's listening. Yeah, that's awesome. Anyways, I'm just saying, like, the song, like, we can't post that on KHEA because, like, there's, like, moments when I'm pointing at her and being like,
And
I really want to make it mine.
Yeah.
You know, like, I don't feel comfortable putting that
Well, just
up.
put it on your personal one.
There we go.
Or
I'll
from
do that.
Kickstart and Gardy and Curt. We have another Facebook page. That one's maybe okay from there, but
So fine, I really want to make
yeah.
it mine.
And I was being peer pressured to sing. I did not sing, and I am okay admitting this. I said, you know what? Whenever it comes to singing, I'm kind of a diva, and here's why. I don't sing that good. Ethan is like a diva. Yeah, I'm kind of a diva. I sing, and I've sang my whole life. I've done music, but I'm not like a natural singer. You know, some people are just open their mouths and little kids. I've had to work real hard to have a pretty mediocre voice. I've had to work really hard, and I have to be able to hear myself. There's a whole bunch of factors that go into it, and I was like, I can't. I
was
can't.
Like, turn down the lights. Turn on the spotlight. Gardy's like, let me get my earpiece
I would
in.
need like in-ears and like, what if it feeds back and I have to test the key? Like anytime we do a new song at church, I work hard on it. I got to find the key. I got to change the key, find my key, and then I practice. I got to play it, sing, and I have to be able to hear myself. And I record myself singing it, and then it's like, okay, I'm ready to try it at church. And if it works, it works. If it doesn't, it flops. I'm like, I'm never doing that song again.
So this is one of the things that we talked about. I'm glad we're on this subject because this is a great subject, by the way, talking about karaoke. I've wanted us to do like a karaoke version for our listeners where they have to call in, we play a song, and they have to sing along. And if they do it right, then
they get a
prize. You know, they get a cruise or
Yeah.
they get a T-shirt or something. Like, that would be a cool segment to have on our show. But I was thinking, like, they don't do like Christian karaoke.
We could do Christian karaoke.
I know, but have you ever heard it? Like, I've never seen a church do that.
No, I haven't.
Or
we can start it.
a radio station do it. You know, like interesting.
What song are you picking? Majesty Reigns? Don't start singing it. Jennifer asked me that, my wife, because she wasn't able to make it to karaoke. She was like, did he request that song that he always tries to sing on the radio?
Majesty Reigns.
I said, no, he should have, because that would have been
played
hilarious.
That song in forever.
You know, Kurt, you did mention some stuff about, what did you say? Oh, man, I'm talking about singing. Oh, you wanted to sing Justin Gambino.
Yes.
You're like, can I
You
sing
think they have
Justin Gambino?
Justin Gambino karaoke?
They may.
Justin Gambino is going to be our guest on April 2nd. He's going on tour April 3rd around the world. And so we just said, I said, Justin, you know, before you go worldwide, you got to come back to your little small town KHEA radio, Christian radio station.
Hang out with the boys.
Hang out with the boys before you go. So he's going to be back April 2nd. I think he's going to be performing one of his songs in studio with his guitar. And if you haven't heard of Justin Gambino, make sure you do.
Yeah, go listen to KHEA Radio because we play Justin Gambino's new single. We play a lot of his tracks. He's a local guy from Angleton, Texas, doing some really big things, literally touring around the world, making it happen, which is not easy to do as an independent artist, a solo musician. Dude is talented,
yeah,
and he's going places. We're excited to support him. We're excited to play his music. And I see Michelle. She gave a suggestion whenever it came to Christian karaoke because you were like, Justin Gambino, and then he didn't ask. So you went with that 1, 2, 3, I don't know song, right? Michelle said, how about Amazing Grace?
Ooh.
That would be a good one for karaoke.
Yeah. Amazing.
As sang by Elvis.
Grace.
Like, I need to sing the Elvis version of Amazing Grace.
How sweet.
Yeah.
I got to do the low, like bass, like as low as you can go.
In choir, were you a bass?
I was bass.
Yeah.
Like I was singing the low parts. I actually sang in the church choir when I was in high school.
That's cool.
They won't let me have a microphone here, but I sang in the church choir.
I sang in the church choir too, and I sang in choir at school, but they had me as a bass, but I'm not like a true bass. It's just we were a small choir. So like somebody had to try and sing the bass, so that's what happened.
Donna just asked, what time are you going to Hitchcock to check out the Mexican food? Burgers are delicious. We actually went into El Sombrero Cafe, 2 weeks ago?
The Hat.
We shot a video.
We did, yeah.
That's part of our Talk of Taco group. If you haven't gone and checked out our Talk of Taco group, you have been living under a rock because it's the best way to find the best tacos. I just saw Derek Jasso, I think that's how you say his last name, posted in the Talk of Taco group, and then he had a picture of the outside of a building, and he said, best tacos in Houston. And I said, bet.
That's my good friend Derek
Hasso, that's right. Thank you.
Yeah, that's my buddy.
So much better than the way I said it.
Yeah, no, I'm sure it's fine. He's probably been called worse for a fact. So shout out to Derek. Thank you for posting in our Talk of Taco Facebook group. We are going to be talking about some local tacos. Kurt, you had said something, and I think you missed out on an opportunity when you said you've been living under a rocco. If you haven't heard of, El Sombrero Taco, I feel like that would have been a lot better. Whenever you were talking about that. So stay tuned. It's 9:17 a.m. This is KHEARadio.com, 99.5 FM. Pretty soon we're going to be on Channel 46 in Houston. We're literally waiting for a piece of equipment to come in, and then we're going to be streaming live on television as well, exactly what you're seeing right now. So that'll be a lot of fun, and that'll be a different journey, but we're excited to make this happen. We stream live on Facebook every weekday, 8:30 to 11 a.m. right here on our KHEA Radio Facebook page. You can also go and follow Kickstart with Gardy and Curt. That's another Facebook page that we have where we post some additional content and share some stuff that we have.
I think one of the things that's really super exciting about where we're headed as KHEA Radio, and we can talk about this, I think, a little bit, is we are going to be featured on I-45 Now. So if you're not following I-45 Now on Facebook, I think you're missing out.
I am following it.
It's 84,000 people watch, a part of that page. He posts all of the local content. Like if there's a news story in our backyard, go to I-45 Now. I was actually yesterday when all of the smoke and all of the fire stuff was happening, where was I getting my information?
Me.
I-45 Now.
Oh.
It's a great organization that's here in our backyard, and you should go check it out if you haven't done so already. So we're going to be featured on there. We're going to be posting some of our content that we're doing in the community already. So it's going to be cross-posted, but you can get some information about what's going on in our backyard. Go check out I-45 Now.
When will the next one be posted?
I'm hoping this afternoon.
That'd be cool.
I'm hoping this afternoon.
That'd be great. That'd be great. Again, you're listening to KHEA Radio. We're going to take a quick break on the FM. We're going to keep it going on our Facebook stream. Share this video out, Facebook. Share it out now. Let us know what do you got going on today. This is Kickstart, KHEA Radio, 99.5 FM.
Taking it back.
Yo,
way back.
What's up, guys? What's up? What's up, Facebook? Let us know. What do you guys have going on today? Spring break is over. Yesterday it ended up being a nice day, like weather-wise.
Right.
Especially for that event at Little Bellamia. Cocoa Crepes.
So you guys got done with your sound check early yesterday? You know, like super early, which was awesome, by the way. But I went out and sat in my car with the sunroof open. And
you have a sunroof in your car?
I cut a hole in the ceiling just to get the
You don't have a sunroof in your car, dude? Okay.
No. And just sat in the sun. It was great.
Wait, how did you sit in the sun?
I went outside.
In your car?
Yeah.
Okay, minus the sunroof. So that happened minus the sunroof.
Yes.
I was confused.
It was
seriously
great.
confused. You like the heat, though.
I like the sun. Yesterday was the perfect amount of, like, if that weather could stay in Texas forever, like yesterday,
yeah,
perfect. Like, there was a nice cool breeze. The sun was out.
Hey,
it wasn't, like, super hot.
Yeah, that cool breeze was blowing that smoke, which I know that some of that had factors, like with that fire that's going on in Deer Park, because that was some of the stuff that I'd heard. People were saying, hey, the smoke, which way it's blowing and all that. Man, it's crazy. Hey, Angie Butler said my son swears in this afternoon. Go Army. Hey, thank you to your son and to your family, and shout out to your son, your eldest son joining the Army. That's a big decision, and we appreciate his decision and his service for sure. So that's really cool. Congratulations to him.
Yes, that's super awesome. I'm so proud.
Go Army.
When anybody joins the military and takes that first step into serving our country.
Do you think that you could have been served in the military?
I actually looked into it when I was a sophomore in high school. I almost joined, not the Army, not the Marine Corps,
Navy.
No,
Coast Guard,
the National Guard.
National Guard.
Yeah, the National Guard. And then I had a meeting that night. I was playing a football game, and I was going to go that night
on
to
Madden.
A meeting. No,
like video games,
actual football,
Nintendo
like high
64?
school football. No,
high school football and Curt. Are you sure?
Yes.
Tecmo Bowl. You're playing Tecmo Bowl.
So that day, that game, I blew out my knee, and I didn't make it to the meeting.
Dang, should have been playing Tecmo Bowl.
And I never got back into it after I was like, man.
Yeah.
I should have, but after you blow out your knee like that, it's like,
so,
I don't know if I can handle the stress of going through basic.
Yeah. So at the time, so I graduated in 2004, and that post 9/11, and you remember that. I mean, what grade were you in? You would have been in 7th grade.
7th grade. I remember.
Yeah.
I still clearly see everything that happened.
Were you in 8th grade?
No, I was in 7th grade.
What year did you graduate? 06?
07.
Oh, okay, that's right.
Yeah.
Okay. So I was in 10th grade, and I remember all that, and then the decision, a lot of people were like, I'm enlisting, some people were re-enlisting and all that stuff, and so, the climate and the news and, man, social media was around, maybe, in its infancy and different things. Facebook wasn't around yet. I didn't think it came around, till 05 or...
I think people were still on MySpace in that time.
Well, I didn't even have a MySpace in high school. I didn't have a MySpace till, 2004, in the fall. But it had just came out, so I don't know. Times are different. But I was a musician. I wanted to do music with my friends, but yeah, I wish I would have. If I'd have it probably would have shaped me up a lot quicker than what I did if I would have went and served in the military or did something like that. Get your head on straight,
I keep dropping the term. Well, when I grow up, even yesterday, I was like, when we grow up.
Curt, you're a grown man. You're a grown man. Yeah, but we appreciate everybody who, that's a sacrifice for you and your family, to, because it's putting your life on hold. It's putting to serve the country. So that's a big thing. So, again, thank you, Angie, to you and your son and your family.
My grandpa's a Korean War veteran, and I thank him every day. So hopefully, praying to God that we never have to have a situation like that where we're using our military. But when we do, it's good to know that we have the young men and women who serve our country, and we appreciate all of them.
Yeah. Angie's son, he has some sponsorships with some fishing partners, like our friend Paco, because he's a big like hunter and a fisherman.
I didn't know this.
Yeah, I had saw some stuff that was shared out, and it was really neat. I didn't even know that was a thing. It's called like Pro Staff, and it's like, hey, you fish a lot, you hunt a lot. Hey, wear this gear, and we'll send you like a rod and a reel. We'll send you some stuff. It's pretty neat.
Oh, so it's kind of like the Instagram models where it's like,
Yeah,
wear
but you
this-
call it Pro Staff. Yeah, call it Pro Staff because it's not. I don't think it's cool like in the hunting and fishing. If you're like, well, you're an Instagram model.
Basically, that's what it becomes. It's like the same
Yeah.
kind of thing. Like, it's like, hey, we're going to sponsor you to wear our gear.
Yeah.
We're going to sponsor. You know, the one thing that I was thinking about the other day, you have all these celebrities, right, that are constantly being photographed, right? Like, constantly, like, in whether, like, I watch Daily Mail Snapchat, you know, just to, like, see what's going on in the celebrity world. I don't know. I'm one of those weird people that like
Keep
that.
keep going. Yeah.
But if I was a celebrity, I'm like putting like name tags and stuff on. Like I'm walking around with like bags.
Like a NASCAR driver?
Yeah,
Just pretty much
almost
like everything's sponsored
You
on
know,
you.
if I was a celebrity and people were taking photographs of me, like I'm walking around with logos. Like
Yeah,
I
me
do.
too. I got this KHEA radio shirt on.
We do here at the
Boom.
radio station. It's like, shout out to Escape KHEA, but Escape KHEA, like we walk around if we were like being photographed all the time. It's like, oh, Escape KHEA.
Yeah.
You know, like those things.
You are a trip. You're a trip, man. Yeah.
Gonna
Wow.
catch up on some crafts and enjoy the beautiful day. Thank you, Gina, for tuning in for a little bit. For those
break.
of you who are listening to see if you are a winner of the Petrified Eyelash Studios, first of all, if you're watching right now to find out if you're a winner, just say, I can't wait to find out I'm a winner. We like seeing the
gotta type
names of
that in.
people when we announce the winners and just say like, oh, hey, this person's actually watching right now. You don't have to be watching in order to win, but it's kind of cool when you hear your name announced on the radio. Just saying.
Yeah, it's really cool. It's really cool. And if you want to win and you want to gift it to somebody else, like your significant other or your wife, your girlfriend, maybe your sister, your mom, that's cool too. So they probably enjoy it. If not, then just find someone else in your life. Or it could be for yourself, for yourself as well. So that's cool too. Yeah, let us know. I said I can't wait. I cannot wait till we find out the winners. There's 3 different sets. One person's going to win like the glam, I think it's called, then like the hybrid, and then the classic. Angie
it the
helped us out.
glam?
No, I don't think so. Angie helped us out last time with what it was called.
It's classic, hybrid, and
I
full?
I don't know, but what we're going to probably do to make sure it's fair is whoever is the first person to contact us, they're going to be able to pick their option first, what they want, and then the next person who reaches out and contacts us from the winner, they're going to pick the next one, and then the third person who picks out, they're going to be blessed with the last one, so it'll be a lot of fun.
Gina said, I can't wait till find out if I'm a winner. Michelle said, eyelashes would be cool, and Catherine said, it is LOL.
It is.
I don't know what that is.
Enough said.
Enough said.
Yep.
It is.
It is. So it's 9:26 right now. We got about 25 seconds left in this song, and then we're going to go back on, and I'm going to give you all just a tease of it. So this is Stephanie Gretzinger. Is this the ones? These are like lullabies. I used to put my son to sleep. Me and my wife put my son to sleep to that album.
Russ won last time. He's listening. Right
Russ,
now.
you going to win those lashes too? Maybe so. Would you keep them for yourself or give them to somebody else? Here we go. Good morning. You're listening to KHEA Radio 99.5 FM. This is Kickstart. So excited to have this Monday morning with you guys. That was just some Stephanie Gretzinger on KHEA Radio 99.5 FM. This is Kickstart. I'm Gardy.
And I'm Curt.
And I'm super excited because we're going to be picking some winners. There's going to be 3 winners. You're going to get your eyes petrified right there at Toucan Alley, Kemah, Texas, 609 Bradford Avenue. Go check them out. Thank you to Petra. Thank you to her business for partnering with KHEA Radio so we're allowed to do these kind of giveaways.
Yeah, we're super excited about this opportunity. I wish I could use it because we haven't done this yet. Like, we haven't sat down and got petrified.
Not yet.
Are you getting petrified? That's what I feel like every time we say that word, I'm like, get petrified.
That's the passion behind it. So wait, are you saying you want to get your lashes done? And if so, which ones would you get? The long ones?
If I got microbladed, I feel like I have to have the eyelashes to match. Oh my gosh, we can't do this. The more I think about this, I'm like, we can't.
Kurt's gone Hollywood.
I've gone Hollywood. I've got the Botox. I was thinking this the other day. Like, once you start, you can't stop. Like, once you go Hollywood, you can't go back.
slippery slope.
It's a slippery slope, Ethan says.
It is.
A very slippery slope.
Because I'm getting
Laser
hair removal on my neck. So I never have to worry about shaving my neck again.
I'm glad you clarified where you were getting your laser hair removal. Because here's a story, and it's kind of gross, but Kurt used to call these places and be like, hey, do y'all do waxing? And then they were like, yes. And he's like, okay, cool. This is Kurt Casper with KHEA Radio, and I want to know if you'd wax my back. And they're like, yeah, we only wax people's faces. And he's like, oh, okay. All right, bye. And that happened to 3 places. I'm like, Kurt, stop calling saying you're with KHEA Radio and then asking them to wax your back. Like, at least ask, do y'all do like back waxing? And then say, okay, I'm with KHEA
They're
Radio.
like, we are a high class waxing place. We don't wax baxes.
Waxes the baxes. But Kurt, he's going to get some laser hair removal done at
tomorrow. Yeah, tomorrow I'm going to get it on my neck. I think, what are you doing there?
So I'm going to be at Brazilian Drops, and I think we're going to go live. I don't know, but I'm going to have like some laser treatment, some IPL, some something. I don't know.
That's what it's
going to be on my
right?
face. I think so. And some micro needling. So, do you know what micro needling is?
They stick little needles into your skin.
Yeah, it's like a pin. It's like a pin, and it's really focused. Do we have a pin? Well, we have one right there. But imagine a pin, and it goes a little spot, and it just puts these little needles in, and what it does is it goes underneath, breaks up the stuff underneath your skin, and pulls it out, so it'll kind of let it heal. So that's what I'm going to be
I'm not
done.
ever doing that.
Why?
I'm sorry. Because it's needles.
Well, here's my goal. I'm going to say, ever since Kurt got his forehead Botoxed, I'm going to just show a picture of Kurt's head, and I'll be like, I just want my skin to look as good as Kurt's Botox forehead.
This skin is all because of the hand sanitizer that I put on my face.
No, it is not.
It is. Listen,
That's in spite. That skin is in spite of the
people say
sanitizer.
That I have great skin. Like, they see me and they're like, wow, you have amazing skin.
Who tells you that, by the way?
Everybody does.
Like who?
Everybody.
I've never heard one person tell you that.
People tell me all the time. They're like, wow, you have really good skin. What's your secret? Hand sanitizer. It is going to revolutionize the beauty industry. People are going to do studies about this because of me.
I don't think so.
Mic drop.
Mic drop.
Do you remember, by the way, we were at Crawfish and Karaoke Saturday night. Do you remember?
Somebody dropped a mic.
Somebody dropped the mic. And as a tech person, never drop a microphone.
Hurts your heart.
I know you want to. Like, everyone's like, oh, let me drop this mic. You drop that and it lands on the wrong spot. Like, that microphone is ruined.
Yeah, even like a lower end mic is like $100, like straight up, like with tax. And it's just like, okay. And that's like if it has a cord on it and it's like industry standard. And then anything else, it's like, hey, if you want it wireless, if you want it this, and then it's like, okay, that's $1,000 mic. But you see people that are just doing like mic drops, and it breaks my heart. Don't drop a mic. Don't drop a mic unless it's like a toy. This is KHEA Radio, 99.5 FM. It's Kickstart. Are you excited to hear the winners of the eyelash giveaway? Hey, I see Tracy on here. Shout out to Cupcake Cache, one of our partners here at KHEA Radio. I went to Cupcake Cache this weekend. I took my family. We went and got some cupcakes, and then we went and got some sloppy nicks as well. It was a good time. We cleaned them out, or we were trying to at least. We were trying to because it was about closing time. They had about an hour left before they closed, and it was Tracy's son was in there, and I was like, hey.
That was Friday night, wasn't it?
Yeah.
I was kind of mad at you Friday night. When you posted that you went to Sloppy Nick's and you didn't get me anything or saved any Cupcake Cache for me, I was kind of sad. I was a little upset about it. I was like, come on, Gardy.
You should be upset. You should be upset because you should have been there. Like, you should just go. My kids needed cupcakes. You should just assume. Always needing cupcakes. Yeah, Kellen got a cupcake. My daughter River got a cupcake. They tore it up. I had a peanut butter one. It had a shamrock on top. I was in the, in the holiday season spirit mood, celebrating St. Patrick's Day. So that's what I had. I like peanut butter.
Peanut butter. Oh, peanut butter is so good. That's the one thing, like, when we do detoxes that I wish I still had was peanut butter. Hey, I just got word El Sombrero from Hitchcock, El Sombrero Cafe, is here on site getting ready. We're going to bring them in here for a little bit, talk about everything that they have going on. I wish we had more time to sit down and just really talk because they have a great story. We sat down with them and did a video with them and talking about their entire story. So if you haven't heard about El Sombrero, you're going to find out here in a matter of minutes everything that they have going on.
Yeah, that's why you need to go ahead and join our Facebook group and like our page. They're called the exact same thing, Talk of Taco.
Taco.
So just search Talk of Taco. There's 2 things that are going to pop up. Make sure you like and join the group. You're going to be able to get access to some of these places that we're going to and hearing the stories, learning about tacos, learning about why do you have a restaurant, why tacos, why do tacos mean so much to you, and then you'll also learn some of the best places in the area, in the world actually, to get tacos. So make sure you check it out.
Yeah, super excited about this video that we're going to be doing. We're probably dropping a sizzle reel in the next week or 2. Like, that's how close we are to making Talk of Taco a TV program.
I'm excited. What comes next? After, we do Talk of Taco, and then it's like Talk of Cheeseburger? Or this doesn't have the same ring?
No, you can't do talk of anything else except for tacos.
No, I got it. Chat of Cheeseburger. We do Chat of Cheeseburger, and then it's another show.
Oh, that makes me like vomit in my
Why?
mouth a little bit.
You don't like chatting about cheese? Or chat of cheese?
Chat of cheese.
That sounds better.
But if you look at, I don't know, I think you can't top Talk of Taco. Like,
Well, I don't
if you're
think so
talking
either.
about the talk groups, like, nah, nothing else. Nothing else. Talk of Taco.
Michelle said, tell us the winner. She wants to know who's going to win those petrified
You gotta
eyes.
stick around a little bit longer to hear a little bit about El Sombrero.
Yes, you do, because we're not announcing them quite yet, but we will before 11 o'clock. We're going to be announcing those winners. There's 3 winners. The first people to reach out to us will get their first pick of, you get the classic. I'm going to call them the glam or the long lashes, and then the hybrid, which I'm guessing is a mixture of the long and the classic. So my wife is excited. I don't think I've broken it to her that she can't win.
I got the same question from the girlfriend yesterday. She's like,
Oh,
Can
she
I
definitely
win?
can't. If my wife can't win, there's no way in the world your girlfriend's allowed to win.
But I tell her that she can win so that she still likes, shares, and comments on the video.
She should do it because she cares for you, Kurt. She wants KHEA Radio to get the word out. She should just do it out of the goodness of her heart, or she'd be like, nah. Hey, what's up, Amanda? Amanda said El Sombrero is just heavenly.
Ooh, what a good word to use.
Heavenly.
Like, you've gone above and beyond the description of something. Like when you just say like, oh, she's cute, like that's basic, right? But when you say, oh, she's heavenly, that means there's a next level to that, right? So
out
like,
of this world.
out of this world. When you use like terminology like that, then they're telling the truth.
Yeah. Next time I see one of these El Sombrero tacos, I'm going to be like, do your feet hurt? Did you, because you've been running through my mind all day. Just doing like pickup lines on tacos. Like, did it hurt when you fell from heaven? And then he'd like take a bite of the taco. Yes, it must have.
Hurt?
A heavenly taco. So we're going to be chatting, learning about El Sombrero in Hitchcock, Texas. It's an awesome story. We're going to take a quick break on the FM. This is KHEA Radio, 99.5 FM. Stay tuned. Coming up next is United on KHEA Radio.
Yes, we told you.
You thought we were making it up?
How are you?
Yeah, so we're talking about El Sombrero.
In this chair over here.
Hello. How are you doing? Thank you for hanging out with us. We're going to turn you on. Make sure you tuned in. And
Camera.
boom, camera. Action. So thank you for joining us today. Is that a good angle, Kurt?
Yes, it's perfect.
Okay. How are you doing today?
Fine. Good morning.
So what's been going on since we had last seen you? How long ago was that we stopped by?
2 weeks ago?
Yeah, it was on a Thursday.
Yes.
And so here's what happened. We had put the word out, and we said, hey, we want to go eat some tacos. We want to go film some tacos and learn about some of the best tacos in the area. So we had some suggestions. A couple people had recommended your place. And what's the name of the place and where is it located?
El Sombrero Cafe is located at 9302 Highway 6 here in Hitchcock, Texas.
How long have y'all been there?
Almost 50 years, since 1973.
1973. And a bunch of people have been telling us, like, man, I've gone there since I was a kid, or like my parents went there before I was born, and I've always gone there.
Yes.
So that's pretty cool. You'll see like generations of people come in.
Every generation. It's just, I see little kids, and now, like, they're 20 years old, and I'm like, what? Then they have their kids, and it's like,
Yeah. Well, you have kids too, right?
yes,
And they've grown up knowing, hey, the family owns a restaurant.
exactly.
So they always have a good place to eat.
Always. And their friends. Yes.
Do you ever get tired of eating tacos?
No.
Because then you can just eat enchiladas or like other
Exactly.
stuff.
Yes, never.
Man, who was it the other day that asked me, have you had their enchiladas?
It was on Friday, wasn't it?
Yeah, somebody asked, and I was
At
like,
Legacy.
actually, yeah, I have. I only had one because I was stuffed. I'd eaten like 10 tacos.
Yes, we're
And then-
known for enchiladas
Yeah,
and
then
tacos.
Somebody said like, "Hey, did you try the enchiladas?" And Kurt was like, "I'm so full." I was like, "I got to try them just because."
I told him, I was like, Gardy, you want more? How can you eat more? We've literally just like ate an entire like buffet of El Sombrero.
No, we have kids, 5-year-olds, 6-year-olds that are like, the parents ask them, "Do you want McDonald's?" I mean, well, other restaurants, and they're like, "No, we want enchiladas." or
Enchiladas.
tacos.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Cool. And we met some of the people in the back. So the staff, they were all excellent, super nice. You know, there's a family feel because it's family owned.
Yes.
But then there was even like the 2 cooks that were working. He was like, "Oh, that's my cousin." And I was like, "Are y'all related to the family here?" They're like, "Well, no." So it was pretty interesting to see how it's like it's family that
It's
just
all
works there.
family based, pretty much. But we have employees that are not our family, but they feel like they're family,
Yeah.
because that's our main goal, is to be, become one.
So the 2 guys that were working, that were the cooks there, they had interesting stories too. So I was asking them like, "Hey, what's your background? You know, how long have you been cooking and some other stuff and what their goals are?" Because their heart was literally in the food that they were putting into there.
Yes.
And that was really cool to see. So they were cooking, and we were actually getting some sound bites and interviewing them as well. Do you remember?
We have to go back and get some more sound bites because our recorder stopped recording. So we'll have to go and mic him up because what he was telling us was great. I was like, "Where's the best taco?" And he goes, "Here." I'm like, "Before you even ate here." Here. It was great. It was perfect.
Yeah. But so back there in the kitchen, there's like the vent that's above, and then we had the grill going and everything. So it was like, so it was really loud, and we were trying to get his audio, and it was perfect. But yeah, we'll have to go back.
I wasn't in there when y'all were interviewing them because I was busy at the front. But
Are you
They said
curious
gr-
what
they
he
said
said?
great stuff. They said great stuff.
I'm not worried about it, honestly.
Yeah.
I'm like, we tend to be a team there. And like I told you, I'll go ahead and interview whoever you want. To me, whether it's negative or positive, at the end of the day, it'll help us grow. This is
Yeah.
the reason why
Yeah.
we've been there so long.
We also had the opportunity to interview a couple of the customers who had been some pretty long-time customers.
Very long time, like at least 30 years.
Yeah. That's pretty cool. I can't even imagine, like 30 years.
It's been a long, interesting time. I mean, it's been since I was 14 years old working there. And my daughter's, 30? And she's managing it at night. I happen to be there right now because she's pregnant.
Yeah.
So she can't really work full time as much anymore. But, I mean, the customers pretty much, they're the ones that pretty much tell me what's going on. I don't have to worry about being there every day because they're there. The food keeps going. Everybody works as a team. And I always tell them, whether we're there or not, just serve them like you would serve yourself.
Yeah. Right now it's 9:41. And we have 3 minutes left in this song. Maybe we'll end it soon because we need to get into the story.
Okay.
I would love to share a lot of the story that you shared with us when we were there because, we were talking to some people. Whenever it comes to video, like you can, or like even movies, you
Right.
can make up a story. And I said, if we would have tried to make up a script for a Hollywood movie that shared about a story that talked about tacos or a restaurant, I said, I don't think we could have made up a script out of the top of our head, just like writing
We
that's as
walked
good
out
as
of
your
there and
true
we said,
story.
we finally have our like what we needed to finish the sizzle reel. Like we're like, this is what makes tacos, and that's what we started this group for, and that's what we started doing this for, is to show the stories. Because first of all, it's tacos. Like, it's a food, right?
Exactly.
That's
but there's
correct.
so much that goes into making the food.
Yes, there's a lot that goes into making food, tacos,
Yeah.
enchiladas, whatever.
Here we go. I'm going to end this song. I'm going to see if I can. Dude, this is going to be the most work I've done in a long time. Here we go. Here we go. Good morning. You're listening to KHEA Radio 99.5 FM. This is Kickstart. That was Sidewalk Profits. And now we have a special guest in studio. We're going to be learning about El Sombrero in Hitchcock, Texas.
Yeah, we are Kickstart. We're on every morning from 8:30 to 11. We broadcast out of 601 Delaney Road in Lamarck, Texas. Broadcasting out on the airways on KHEAradio.com. We also live stream our show on Facebook. So if you are just tuning in on our Facebook page, if you're listening on 99.5 FM, make sure that you go and like KHEA Radio and then share it out to the world.
Yeah, so we're going to be talking about some tacos, talking about El Sombrero and Hitchcock. Can you let us know, where you're located and what your role is in the restaurant?
Hi, this is Diane Gonzalez. We're at the restaurant's name is El Sombrero Cafe, located 9302 Highway 6 here in Hitchcock, Texas. Been open since 1973. I am the owner, not the original. My parents are the owners. I now run it, but I still see it as we all run it as a family.
Okay, so your family. Can you share, I guess, your dad's story? So where was your dad born? Where was he from? What was his history?
Well, my father was born in Guadalajara, Mexico. My mother was born here in Galveston. They both met at a little local bakery in Galveston. It's called the Texas Bakery or something like that at the time. Father worked in a seafood place that's now known as, I forgot the name, I'm not sure, here in Galveston. But mother worked at Ford dealership, and then in the evening, she went to work for her uncle at the Texas Bakery. And father and mother met, and they found this little location here in Hitchcock called something ice cream parlor.
Yeah.
And they bought it, and we ended up moving in there. I was already born.
How many square feet was that at the time? Do you know?
Right now it's 5,000, so it was probably like 2,000 square feet.
So it was an ice cream place. So your dad,
Yes.
he's in Guadalajara, Mexico. That's where he was born.
Yes.
Did he have a food background while he was there?
Actually, they baked bread, and
Okay.
he sold it on the streets.
About
of
how old was
Mexico.
he whenever he moved over here?
21.
And he ended up in Galveston, 21 years old.
21 years old.
So he was baking in Guadalajara,
Yeah.
selling bread on the streets, just as a baker. That was kind of his
with
passion.
The third grade education.
Wow.
Yeah, his father died very young, and there was 13 in the family, and he had to help mom bake bread or do whatever they had to do to bake. And then one of his sisters was already living here in Galveston, so he came over here on a visa and said, "Okay, let me come and see what I can do here."
So he ended up, I think, was it Guido's? Or where did he start working originally?
Originally, I think it was called Manual Seafood.
Manual
Manual
Seafood.
Seafood, then something Guido's. I'm not sure if it was, I don't think it's the same, but it was Manual's Cafe. And then
Was he baking there?
he actually was a dishwasher.
Okay.
He was baking at the Texas Bakery.
Okay, so he had baking in Guadalajara, helping with the family and all that. Ended up being a dishwasher. Came to Galveston.
Yes.
He had family here. That's why he chose Galveston.
He came here, and he, like everyone, having that dream of, becoming a better person, and whether you have an education or not, hard work earns you where you're at now.
Yeah.
He started baking, and he met my mom at the bakery, and he was baking there, and they fell in love, and he saved every penny he could, and he ended up buying this ice cream place here. And he says, "Okay, let me bake, let me cook, let me do whatever." And we lived in the back. That now is one of our dining rooms. And all I remember was always eating rice and beans, And,
Yeah.
And then finally, very blessed with hard work. They both kept 24 hours. It was 5 a.m. in the morning, opening till 3 a.m. I think they only had 2 hours to just go home, take a shower, and come back and reopen it again.
Yeah.
And then finally, I grew up, and that's all I knew. My Aunt Gracie, that's still there since she was 15 years old, from high school, the bus would drop her off. There she would work there. And my Aunt Teresa, another sister, she's still there since 1973. And they both still work. Gracie runs the restaurant during the day in the morning. My sister Anna, she's 36? She's been there since she was, I think, 18. Then, well, of course, me, since I was 14, my father put me as a dishwasher.
What'd you want to be?
I wanted to be the boss.
Wanted to be the boss. Be like, I'm in charge. I want to call the shots.
I was like, wait a minute, I'm the owner's daughter. I should be running this place.
Dishwashing, yeah.
Yes, my father said, "No, sweetheart, we all start from the bottom up. And you'll understand that one day. You have to build that foundation." And now I understand why.
Yeah.
If I wouldn't have known what it was to wash dishes and clean restrooms and host and go into the kitchen, I wouldn't have understood the value of being a cashier and a manager. And to this day, we all still work there. Unfortunately, my father got kind of ill back in 2008, and then I had to go ahead and come. We all have our degrees. We all went to school. I'm in.
Was that
computers.
important for your father and family?
Yes. I mean, even though he didn't get that education because he quit school at 3rd grade, he pretty much he focused on us going to school, finishing our education. He did not want us to be in the restaurant business. He wanted us to do whatever we wanted to do with our passions. My sister Nina Magdalena, she's what is she, like a VP for a big property management company. I'm in computer sales for a big company, also in HP, Cisco, and all that. My other sister Anna, she went into real estate also, but then with my father being sick, she decided to just stay at the restaurant.
Yeah.
But other than that, we all have our, we work. Like I've been up working right now. And
Yeah.
drove in. I apologize for being late.
Oh, no, you're good. So I have a question. So 1973 to 2008, your dad, he runs the restaurant. He started. It's his dream. It's going. It's happening. It's not an easy thing, but to stay open that long, you have to be good at what you do.
Yes, you have to love it.
Who kind of came up with the recipes? Is that something kind of tweaked? Is it your parents together? It's just that's
Both
how
of
they
them
did
together. They both together. My father, I mean, you love to cook. He loves to cook, and it just the enchiladas, the chili that involves to make that chili, the time, it's like 3 days.
Wow.
Every day, home cooked beans. They still do the old fashioned way: clean the beans, wash them, let them rise for the morning. Ground beef, the fajita to make the tacos. It's a lot of hard work that it involves to cook every single day.
Yeah.
And there's no packaged food, nothing. Everything is made there.
Yeah. So whenever your father started struggling with some health issues, can you walk us through like what happened? What happened then?
Well, that was funny. Funny now, but back then we were like, what? I was actually doing real estate, and that's my passion, real estate, part-time. I love it. And I was actually, I'm based in Houston, and working for this real estate company. One of my team there was like, Diane, didn't you say you own a restaurant, or your parents own a restaurant in Galveston area? I was like, yes. Why? What about it? He said, this one? And I was like, yeah. What? He would put it for sale.
So he put it up for sale,
Yes.
didn't tell anybody?
Nobody. He was just, I'm done. I'm tired. I can't do it. He
Because
didn't
of
want us
health?
to know how sick he was.
Yeah.
He had a couple of little strokes here and there, weaknesses in his arms, and he actually collapsed one day at the restaurant. We did not know. The dishwasher caught him while everything he was cooking. And so we did not know how my father was sick. So when we found out he had it for sale, I keep saying we, but I just took out a loan and went in there and I said, I'm getting this restaurant. I'm not going to let it go. Yes, I'm computer sales and real estate. That's where I make my money. That continues to help the restaurant grow. Whether it's goes up and down, like any business. But I went in there and I started cooking with them. I learned how to cook with him since I was young. But still, just to take over, it was hard.
Yeah. Can you share a little bit about how your dad felt? I mean, did he know that you were like, hey, I'm giving you this money, I'm buying the restaurant?
Nothing. It was crazy. He got sick, and he knew I was already going in there to help cook and run, helping my Aunt Gracie and stuff. And one day he said, "That's it. I'm done. I'm over. Get rid of it." He thought he was selling to somebody.
And didn't even know who it was.
Didn't even know who it was.
Wow.
And he thought, in real estate, the seller and the buyer doesn't have to be together. I went in and got it.
He had no idea.
He had no idea.
He just knew it was sold.
Oh, he knew it was sold.
How did that make him feel?
Really bad. He
Yeah.
went into kind of like a little depression, real sad. He did not want to come into Hitchcock anymore. He will not get on Highway 6 after 50, almost 40 something years at the time, driving every day to Highway 6. He said no. He would take 45, and he's one of those people that do not get on 45, And one day, it took me 3 months. I got all of the staff. I hired a contractor, went in there, cleaned it up, fixed it up, made it look nicer, took care of the issues that gave him the stroke, with the hard work and just plumbing here, plumbing there. And he came in, my aunt actually, picked him up and said, come on, we're going to the local flea market or something in Pearland.
Yeah.
And so he goes, no, we don't have to go through here. No, I got to go through here. So she took him, and we're all waiting for him inside. And he stops, she parks right in front of the restaurant. And he's like, what are we doing here? According to what my aunt tells me. And he goes, come in. So he was like, that's okay, I'll be right here. He would not get off the truck. He would not get off. So finally, I came out and I go, Daddy, come here. And he looked at me, he's like, what? He thought it had became some local game room or bar, And he, that's his life. That's all he had. I mean, he started with $15,000? Who makes $15,000 with a third grade degree, education with, baking bread?
Yeah.
He saved for 2, 3, 4 years just to buy this place, and now it's gone. So when he comes in, he looks at me and he looks at all of us, and we're like, welcome. This is your new place. I had never seen my father cry. And let me tell you, those $200 or whatever $1,000 that I invested in, that was like paid for right there. Mm-hmm. I mean, he walked in, he just turned around and looked, and he was like, he could not believe what had happened. And I was just more worried about it. Is he going to approve? Was he happy? Is this good? Yeah. But yeah, it was, I kind of want to tear up. No. Yeah, it was.
I think I'm starting to tear up a little bit because
it was hard.
Being a small business owner, this is your life. You literally wake up every morning. We've talked to very many. We love community. We love focusing on small businesses, and they tell us there are some weeks, there are some months, there's some stretches of months where you're not taking home a paycheck,
yes.
but it's life.
It's our life.
And for us, it's even more because it's tacos. We're talking about good food. It's
not
that's
easy.
Right.
It's not easy. A lot of people seem to think this is the well-known El Sombrero Cafe. They have all money. No, none of us came from money. None of us. My father, third grade education. My mom graduated high school, got a little business certificate, was administrator for the president of the Ford dealership. She worked from, 15, 16 with from school and stuff. But she did not. They just worked hard, just working.
Yeah.
Mainly, and loving what you're doing. After Harvey, we got hit and we lost 2 or 3 of our good employees that were there for years because they lost their homes. And let me tell you, it's not easy.
Did y'all get hit during Harvey, El Sombrero?
Yeah, we had water, went in and went out right away. And actually, when that happened, thank God my sister was able to get there, and she literally went in because we lost light. Went in there, and thank God everything's gas besides the refrigerators. She took out all the food, called in a couple of friends of her. They started cooking everything to give it to the local places that they were, taking care of the people that were who were getting water in their homes. So we were able we didn't lose anything. All the food was donated.
Wow.
And
y'all even got water in the restaurant.
Yeah.
Y'all also hey, let's get this out. What can we do to help?
But if you know Highway 6, everything just goes, it kind of flows like a river. Yeah, so we were very blessed. Went in, we were close only 2 weeks. Thank God for my other work that I do. Was able to put in money, paid my employees or our team, should I say. I don't know why I even say employees. But we're a team and we're a family.
How many people are in the family on the team?
Total is 12. 12 of us there.
Yeah, I wonder how many people over the years since 1973 have eaten there, and I wonder how many people have had the opportunity, to work there. And
it's crazy. I was at T-Mobile just the other day getting a phone from my father, and it was funny because she was like, the lady goes, El Sombrero, I know I've seen you. And I was like, my mom worked there. I'm like, who's your mom? I don't know. I'm like, I was a kid when she worked as a dishwasher. She goes, yeah, I'm working. I'm like, oh, well, come over. He goes, are y'all still there? I'm like, yes. It's Walmart. Another lady from Sam's came in, and she retired after 30 years at Sam's. She's like, oh, my God, I was passing by, and I was like, I wonder if y'all still here. Yes. It's a lot of people coming in and out.
What do you think your father would say, and maybe you know this, or even you yourself, if somebody has a dream, they want to have to do something, start a business. I mean, is that possible for them?
He still hollers, and he still tells us the same thing. Follow your dream, but you cannot just dream or just lay there in the bed dreaming. You have to get up and do it. And anytime anybody says anything negative or tells you can't do it, honey, just take it like a vitamin. You know, it's just go for it. Don't stop there.
We need to talk to your dad. We haven't had a chance, but what a powerful, like just the phrases that he uses and what he instilled in you. I just want to sit down and just have like 30 minutes and download some of the stuff that he's saying.
Yeah, I had to ignore his call now because if he knew I was here, he would be like, Mija, you don't worry. You don't have to worry. You don't need this. You don't need to tell nobody nothing. You know what? Our focus is food. As a matter of fact, we never sold liquor. We only sold beer and wine because that was the thing, beer, whatever. But he goes, we're not a bar. We are a restaurant. We're based off food. We don't make ourselves from liquor, But who doesn't want a tequila, margarita with the taco? I get you a beer, but you need, so I got the liquor license. And he's like, Mija, you don't need all that. Just
focus on the food and let the food tell the story. So you already have a compelling story as it is.
Right. So why, we're running out of time, and I want to ask this. Why is your place the best taco in the world?
Because we don't buy anything already pre-made. We make it from scratch. We marinate it from scratch. It takes two days to marinate fajita. Everything is done with passion, love, with cooking for our own as a family. And as long as you cook it from homemade, from scratch, don't buy no can, no box, packaged tomatoes. Everything's from, and who can't make a taco? There's a big difference between buying a taco frozen and making a taco from right there, and just stuff it. Customers come in, can you make this? As long as we have the ingredients, we can make anything.
Wow. Cool. Well, thank you so much for joining us.
You.
It's 10 o'clock. One more time. Can you share where you're located and what the name of the restaurant is?
We're located, it's El Sombrero Cafe, located at 9302 Highway 6, Hitchcock, Texas. Open Monday through Saturday, 9 a.m. to 9 p.m.
And you'll see the sign. It actually has your parents on it, right?
Yes, on both sides. One side shows when they started in 1973, and the other side shows how their age now.
Wow.
That's awesome.
Thank you, guys.
We're going to take a quick break on the FM. This is KHEA Radio, 99.5 FM.
Stay tuned because we're going to be announcing the winners of the Petrified Eyelash Studios. That's coming up in this hour. We're going to be talking again to P&P Productions and Peak Performance Warehouse. So stay tuned if you guys are watching on Facebook Live.
Sweet. Thank you so much. Hey, we may come back and get some more footage.
Some more. I want to interview again with better. You did great. Thank you.
Thank you.
I'm like, okay.
What's up, Facebook? Hey, have you had the opportunity to go to El Sombrero yet? Let us know. Have you been there? Maybe you went back in 1973. Maybe you haven't had the opportunity to go yet. But either way, it's not too late. They're still open. They've been there for years. Family-owned, family-operated. There's even family. It's not necessarily like related by blood, but whenever you've been there for that long, you just become part of the family. So it's been pretty cool to see that happen and to learn some of that story. So we're excited.
I'm excited to drop that video to show the food.
Mm-hmm.
Hi.
Hello.
Come on in.
Hi.
Are they coming in or staying out?
My name is Gardy.
Yes.
What's your name?
I'm Paula Felder.
Paula. Yeah, you can have a seat here.
Okay. This is my daughter.
Hello. Y'all doing good? We're excited to have you guys in today, sharing about everything. So with this mic, you can scoot it up. Probably talk about this far. Yeah, wait to where you're comfortable, and you may want to scoot yours a little bit further. But so Paula.
I'm Paula.
And what's your name?
My name is Damita.
Damita. Nice to meet y'all. So y'all are with P&P Productions.
Yes, I'm her mom. I'm the owner and operator of P&P Productions.
All right. So
Notary and Paralegal Services. And I'm the support.
that kind of entails everything, huh?
Yes, it does.
That's cool. See, Kurt's my support around here, but I'm always looking for some good support. That's important. So that's why we have Ethan.
Okay.
Is it hard to find good help?
It just depends. Yeah. As long as you're working as a team, yeah. You work as a team, which is a good thing. It'll all work out if you work as a team. So, yeah. Mm-hmm.
So you mentioned paralegal, and what exactly is paralegal services?
A paralegal person is a person that he or she is not an attorney. He or she can they do research. We can help you do like I do immigration, so we help you do everything like I just told him without breaking the bank. Paralegals do a lot of things that attorneys does, but they can't give you legal advice, nor can they appear in court. But they can tell you to be a proceed. Like a proceed is a person that's doing it yourself.
Yeah.
So if you don't know how to do it, that's when a paralegal comes in and he or she could tell you, you do it this way, according to the state that you live in. I work with multiple states. So basically, I do a lot of stuff here in Texas. So,
okay.
So that's where a lot of stuff. But I have stuff pending everywhere.
Are you from here originally?
Yes, I'm originally from Brenham, Texas, where the Bluebell ice cream at. So
somebody was watching from Brenham earlier. They said spring break's over. I'm back in Brenham, going back to school.
Yeah.
What college is over there?
That's Blinn. Blinn College is over there. Blinn is one of the next biggest school, I guess you want to say.
Mm-hmm.
You're getting up there. But yeah.
I attended Blinn College.
Blinn? Nice.
Yes, I did.
Yeah.
Yeah, Blinn is, I grew up in Brenham, Texas for 18 years, and I was small then. So later on, I decided that, you know what, I'm going to come down here and live with my dad, and I've been down here 30 years.
Okay.
Yeah.
Where was your dad living?
My dad was living down here. My dad suffered from asthma, and Brenham was more of a country.
Mm-hmm.
So what happened was basically the doctors back then say, you know what, it's too much dust, it's too much, pollen and stuff, because I grew up on a farm, actually. I had 200-some head of hogs and chickens, and oh yeah, I love it. I miss it. And so bottom line, it got to a point that my dad developed asthma. And they told him basically you need to move down here and be closer to the doctor. That was many years ago. So that's how it transpired. And later I said, you know what, after I graduated out of high school, I went to Blinn for about a year, and I said, you know what, it's time to move up a little bit more.
Yeah.
And so I came down here with my dad, went to the College of the Mainland, that's out there. And after that, I began working. I worked as I taught school for 20-plus years. Loved it. And later on, I went into business because that's what my major was elementary education with a minor in data processing.
Mm-hmm.
And you see what data processing it turned into now, this good technology that we have today. So that's how I wound up working at the Hitchcock Library. If they're listening, thank y'all so much.
Oh, cool. You work at the Hitchcock Library?
Yeah, I was a library assistant. Later on, became a librarian, working with Kathy Brooks that used to be over there. I think she still is affiliated with the library over there. So I wound up doing that, too. And I learned a lot about business. And from that point on, I worked for Texas Department of Human Services. I wound up working for Foley's, went for attending the Macy's, just getting a lot of business experience. And that helps a whole lot. I wound up moving to Houston, and I learned a whole lot there by me living in Houston. I lived there for 5 years, and I learned a lot about business and how to be organized. Some people say I'm the most organized person they ever see. That's what they say.
That's important.
Yeah, it is.
You know who's not organized? Me and this guy.
It's bad.
It gets bad.
Okay, I'm with y'all with the not organized part.
People say they come to my small office and they say, how do you find everything? I say, it's easy. I just label everything.
It's all labeled,
Yeah,
huh?
it's labeled, or either I just know where everything is.
So
I just do
we
it.
have this file cabinet right here. Kurt, can you switch to the camera? So we can see it?
It's on that camera.
Okay. So I don't know, you can't see, but like it's all in there. Everything's there,
Don't tell people our secrets. That's where they're
It's
going
all
to
in
look
there.
when they break into this place.
If you're wondering what's in there, everything. Like you're like, is that? Yeah, it's in there.
It's in there. It's in there.
Except some of our FCC licenses, they're on the wall because we're like, these are super important. And if anybody ever comes in, we just be like, here you go. Just it's over there.
That's me too. I
over
have
there.
all my licenses up on the wall and my degrees on the wall too. That's what I do.
Yeah. Can you share even just a little bit about farm life? Because that's intriguing to me. I didn't have the opportunity to grow up on a farm or even see one. But you said like 200 hogs?
Really?
What
Yeah.
else did y'all have there?
We had 250 head of hogs. I had chickens. We had turkeys, cattle.
Peacock.
Some peacocks. What do they do?
They just I like the.
They're beautiful.
They're beautiful.
Yeah.
Especially sometimes they would do their feathers, and that was really good.
Yeah.
Basically, guineas. Remember, you know what a guinea is, right?
Like guinea pig?
No, not a guinea. A guinea.
I don't know.
A guinea is like a bird, but basically, it could be a he or she, and what they do is any type of they keep off like they'll let you know when there's a snake or something that's gonna invade the farm. First, they make a little noise.
Yeah.
And then they say, but otherwise, it's a I'm serious. I'm serious. And then when it makes a cat noise, when it does that, it's like something that's not supposed to be there. You need to go.
Yeah.
So yeah.
Then you know.
Yeah.
I like it.
Yeah.
We got 15 seconds, and we're gonna switch to the FM as well.
Okay.
We'll kind of share. Kurt, you eating some candy over there?
No. Candy for breakfast?
All right, here we go. We got 5 seconds. Here we go. Ops on Facebook to learn more. Good morning. You're listening to KHEA Radio 99.5 FM. This is Kickstart. I'm Gardy.
And I'm Curt.
And we have some special guests in studio. I believe it's PNP Productions.
Yeah, that's correct.
So can you introduce yourselves and then let everybody know what you have going on?
I'm Paula Felder. I'm really the CEO and guest founder of PNP Productions. So it's just me. And this is my daughter that's next to me.
Hi, everybody. I'm Demita Felder. I'm her daughter.
All right. I'm excited that you guys are here because y'all do something different. We've never talked about this before. So it's paralegal.
Yeah.
And can you explain, if somebody is not familiar with, I guess, paralegal services, what exactly does that entail?
A paralegal is a person basically who he or she is almost like a lawyer, but the thing is, he or she doesn't have that bar next to their name. So what a paralegal is basically is a person that can help you, like a proxy. She can help you do that that contract. That immigration is one of the topics. They can help you do a whole lot of different things, but you do it yourself based on the state that you live in. Okay, so of course I do a lot of stuff out of Texas. So what you're doing, instead of, I would say, instead of going and breaking that bank, so to speak, you get your paralegal, and he or she will do those contracts for you, or that whatever services that you need. That's what they do. That's what we do.
So you said not necessarily give advice, but can you do research? Like if I have questions about, hey, something legal-wise, and man, because I've looked before and I don't understand it, and trying to find the laws and the rules, and it's just like, this doesn't make sense to me. So for you, you're able to digest it, break it down, and be like, this is what the law says.
Exactly.
Do with it what you need to do.
That is correct. That's basically it. That's what we research it. Depends on what you're doing. Like, for example, let's say what the hottest topic right now is immigration. So I have done, let's say, right at almost 20 cases with immigration, and I research it down and tell you what you need to do. Okay.
Yeah.
I draft your document for you. As I draft your document, then I tell you what it says according to the immigration laws.
Yeah,
okay?
immigration, that's probably, is it one of the most popular things people come to you for?
Yep, that's one of the most popular. My power of attorneys, wills will be next, and then credit repair. So those are one of the main topics right now, because everybody's trying to figure out how they can, do immigration without, spending a lot of money.
Yeah.
And going with a paralegal services, that is the best way.
I'm not really familiar, but like I know there's different kind of visas. So we were just talking to El Sombrero before, and she said her father, he was 21 years old. He came here on a work visa. Came to work and got his stuff worked out. But like, is it easy to get a visa for work or for school? What other kind of visas are there?
Actually, matter of fact, I just completed a visa about a couple months ago. I just completed a K1, which is a petition for alien fiance. I did a visa, and it's really not that, to me, it was not that complicated at all. But you do the visa, you want to make sure, like I run into a lot of customers, you have to go by what's on their passport. You have to go by what's there. You can't just add stuff there. I get that a lot.
Yeah.
And it's like, purely it's just like I said, being a lawyer, but you literally have to tell your lawyer what's going on. You just as much as tell your paralegal what's going on in your business, but it has to have your evidence, of course, your passport, your driver's license, and all that. So you have to have that, and it has to go by that.
Okay.
So, and then you go ahead and where you at, you submit it to the consulate, like I just did one out of Ecuador. Okay, and so I'm not exactly sure what really happened in that detailed, but everything was done correctly. So I'm still working with that client as we speak. I just did a petition for alien fiance for that exact same client that I'm working with right now. So I just did that. So basically I sent it off to him. He's actually up in Roma, Texas. So I just did that for him and sent it off. So he knows how much to pay and everything like that. But we still got to work on getting that visa for her.
Yeah.
So I'm going to have to somehow communicate with Ecuador and find out what she really needs. Because you can't just say, you can't just deny it without documentation.
Yeah.
You got to have your evidence of why I was denied, or you got to have that. And that's what I tell my customers all the time. You got to have those things.
It's expensive. It can be expensive
Yes, it can.
to become a citizen. And so what I'm understanding from you is you can find out the information, at least like, hey, where to start. This is what you need to do from you as a paralegal service. And, instead of, hey, you can find out that information from a lawyer. But I know I've used some legal services before, and it's like, hey, it's, $250, $500 an hour, and it's going to be a minimum of this many hours. And it's like, okay, do I need to take out a small loan? Like, how am I going to do this?
Now,
it's a lot of money.
Yeah, it is a lot of money. And that's where a lot of people get scared and they run away because, like, I can't afford this.
Yeah.
But see, me, I do everything on an affordable level. Let's say it like that. I'm very affordable with my services. So if people want to know how affordable it is, they give me a call. I do a 15-minute consultation, just like I do if I'm a lawyer. I do a 15-minute consultation. That's when I discuss the fees, what you have to have, what it entails, and you would really don't have to worry about, oh my gosh, how I'm gonna do this.
Yeah.
That's basically.
Awesome. And you're located here in Lamarck.
Of course, right behind you.
That's awesome. So what is it like having a business here in Lamarck?
Honestly, I've been in business almost 8 years. It's a little bit of a challenging situation because I have to do a lot of Facebook marketing. You've probably seen me. A lot of Facebook marketing, a lot of social media. I do a lot of that to get myself out there. So I do a lot of that too. So and then it really has. I had like over 20-some people to come to me out of Houston. I'm just trying to expand myself. That's the goal here, is to expand myself, let people know this is what you can do and this so forth. And a lot of stuff can be done remotely, which is that I do it like I just said. This guy's in Roma, Texas, so I did that immigration remotely.
How would they find you? Did they find you on social media? Like, how did that gentleman get connected
How
with you?
he found me basically was through another forum, and basically he found out a little bit more about my services, and then went from there. But really, Facebook is a lot of my clientele. I would say my Google page is the first because I am on Google. Or you do Google me, look up notary near me, and then you could find out. You read all about my services. I have a website as well.
Yes.
www.pnpproductions.com, castbiz.net. You can read all about my services right there. And once you do that, then that's how people learn about me.
So
too.
yeah, you mentioned, so with your paralegal services, one of the most popular is the immigration, and then you named a couple others, but what are those again?
Would be my credit repair would be the next popular one. It's the next most popular one. Power of attorney would be next. Anything dealing with contracts.
Wills.
Yeah, wills. Yeah, wills. Power of attorney is my wills is like the go like that.
Yeah.
But yeah, contracts. I was just saying earlier. A lot of people go and they buy a car, and next thing they know, next thing they know that car is not for somebody. So, I teach you to do it the legal way. Okay, go buy a car. Be like, oh, this car ain't belongs to that person. Get it a contract.
Oh, okay,
write a
okay.
contract for it. Keep in mind I am working on my master's degree in legal studies. So.
All right.
So I learned a lot at Purdue University. So with that being said, get it on writing. You have to get nowadays everything has to be done in writing. That's one thing. When it's in writing, then you have a leg to stand on. I tell my customers that's your evidence. Okay, so when you go to a small claims court, or when you go to the judge, you got your evidence. There it is. That's the main thing.
Okay, Curt, we had talked to a lawyer the other day, and I was mentioning how Curt kept trying to leave a will and write me in for like all the trash in his life. And I was like, I don't know if this is
I'm
legal.
leaving all my debt for Gardy. I wrote that in my will, right? Like, then if that's the case, then he has to pay all my debt, right?
Yeah, but I don't know. I don't think it's legal because they said that it's a thing where I have to say like, no, I politely decline. This gift. I'm gonna pass this on to Ethan. You start out life the right way.
Ethan gets my Jeep Compass, so he gets it pretty good.
Yeah.
Ethan, do you want that? Do you want?
I'm gonna sell it to a junker.
Are you eating the start?
Wow. Y'all brought candy. Y'all brought a little goodie over here.
I was just gonna say, this is the greatest idea ever. Like, I need to we need to give our business cards that are out of focus with like Starbursts.
That's a good idea.
She loves candy.
I love candy. That's my new. He's holding on one of my promotion cups I'm getting ready to do. I got my fingers crossed. I may be out with reality and wrestling on April the 13th.
All right.
Looking forward to that.
we partner with reality and
Yeah,
wrestling.
no, I see y'all all the time. I love wrestling.
Do you want us to put a word in with Booker?
Please do, because I'm looking forward to meeting him.
It was so much fun. We interviewed him. We dropped that video on Friday. We dropped that video. It was featured on I-45 Now.
Yeah.
It was awesome. It was cool to interview Booker T. I was a little scared at first, but he's actually a really good guy.
Really?
He's very humble.
Yeah, I saw
humble guy.
y'all.
Well, he's like a legend. He's a superstar,
Of course.
and he's right here. And it's
awesome.
crazy just how big he is. But he comes in there and he's like, "Well, I'm just trying to help the community." Just very humble guy on the
And that's
camera,
what we
off
need.
camera. So cool.
Honestly, that's what we need in Lamar. We need. I done told one of his managers that basically that's what we need. We need somebody to help the community because this community does need help, and that's one thing. I mean, for his jobs and of course having Booker T is totally awesome. Bringing that here, and I hope they stay. I hope they do. I really do.
Yeah.
I mean, that's awesome revenues to bring in the city, getting people from different places to come here as well.
Yeah,
that's awesome.
You mentioned this community needs help. We can always use help. Sometimes there's like crisis situations that happen,
Of course.
and that's whenever people want to help. But it's like not even just crisis. We need to try and reach out to our own community, all the time. So we actually have a community baby shower this Saturday. And so anybody who is expecting or pregnant and you just want to come and participate, you can sign up. Go to alcc.org. You can click on the link and you will be able to sign up. We're going to try and bless anybody. You don't have to be a member of the church. You don't have to listen to KHEA radio. You just have to be pregnant. That's the only requirement. You can show up. We're trying to get you a diaper bag, some diapers, maybe some formula, just something, to say, hey, we love you.
Exactly. I totally agree. I totally agree with that. I believe in that too.
Yeah.
I strongly believe in that. And bringing jobs back to the community.
Man, that's important.
Yeah. I got a new venture going on pretty soon. Got my fingers crossed for this one. We got a new I'm gonna be helping someone open up a restaurant called K&D's Chicken and More.
Ooh.
Yes.
In Lamarck?
Yes, right. It's gonna be in Texas City, right there where the old Chicken Plus used to be.
Yes.
Yes, I'm helping her.
For me, I almost feel like it's Lamarck. It's like West Texas City, but since it's on the north side of the road. Yeah.
Wait,
That's the most confusing
Chicken Plus?
thing ever.
No.
Where Chicken Plus used to be.
Where?
Yeah, we've eaten there. It was Chicken Plus was good. I enjoyed it.
Well, this time it's gonna even be better.
That counts
I'm
as
excited.
Texas City?
Yeah, it's West Texas City. It's on the north side.
Okay. It's over there by that donut shop. There's that donut shop. I love that donut shop.
Oh yeah. Well, we're gonna have K&G's chicken and more. You're gonna love it. And then this lady is she's totally awesome. Her food gonna be just like it was, just a little bit different, and we're gonna be bringing jobs to the community. And
that's important.
That's important.
Yeah.
So important.
Yeah, we encourage businesses. Consider Lamarck. This area is starting to really grow.
Yeah.
Houses are just being thrown up, and there's some beautification things that are taking place. The city of Lamarck and the staff there, they've been great. So we've been doing something called Shine on Lamarck. We're actually releasing one this afternoon, and it's on Gulfway Plaza, which is the Bootkickers Bingo, Barcina's, and there's a bunch of other restaurants right there. This is KHEA Radio 99.5 FM. It's 10:21. We have about 9 minutes left. Keep talking about P&P Productions. What else do you think Lamarck has room for? We talk about, hey, we're gonna have some more chicken over there in the area where there used to be a spot, and there's been a need because we like to eat at locally owned places whenever we can.
Of course.
What else is there a need for? It doesn't have to just be in a restaurant industry.
I'm gonna say we're in need for just more.
Something
maybe
for the kids.
Yeah,
Something for the kids
children.
would
Like
be good.
Boys and Girls Club.
Yeah.
That's what I've been brainstorming. I actually went with my father at the night, and there were 2 kids, and I was like, "What do you like to do?" They was like, "There's really nothing to do," and I was like, "Boys and Girls Club." There's no Boys and Girls
There
Club.
isn't.
No, it's not.
And I was born in the 90s, so I didn't went to the Boys and Girls Club here in Texas City or Lamarck, and I had fun.
Yeah.
And that keeps kids off the street. That keeps them out of jail. That gives them like, hey, I can do something with my life besides what am I doing right now? Or do I see? They can go to any different colleges they choose to. That gives them hope.
Yeah.
And seeing the kids, they don't have any hope, or they like, there's nothing better. It hurts my heart because I'm like, they don't have the same opportunities I had.
Yeah.
And I have
it
my
we were
own
talking to?
kids. And I want them to have the same opportunities, and I strive
More
for the
and
best.
even more. Yeah.
Yeah, it's like the sky. They said the sky is the limit, but there's stuff past the sky.
Yeah.
You got moons, you have planets. So I don't tell my kids the sky's the limit. I be like, you can dream bigger than the sky.
Yeah.
So I would say get something for the kids. Like I said, if I opened up something, I would do it for the kids. I would have a kids game night where they come in and play PlayStation, Xbox. Even like I'll probably get people from the church to come in and do ministries where the kids can't get to sometimes. You know, the kids are too afraid, or my parents won't let me, or sometimes it's just the parents.
Yeah. There is actually word of a Boys and Girls Club trying to relaunch. Who was it that we were talking to? Do you remember? Maybe I saw it in an email. But that is something that they're actually going to be doing right here in Galveston County, because this exact conversation we had, they said there isn't one, and I was like, I didn't know that.
I think when we were talking to the United Way, maybe that's where it came up. But yes.
Yeah, so that's going to be hopefully starting soon, and anything that we can do to help get the word out, we're going to do that.
Most definitely.
You know, something else that I had an idea for, and, you know, tossing this around with some people from the city and talking to some banks and some other stuff, but I had a thought, and I saw actually somebody do this, and it's funny where I saw it, and I'll share that later on, you know, another day. But there's kids out there who aren't exposed to, like, hey, how do you save money? Like, you know, do you have a bank account? How do you start a bank account? Is a bank account important? And so, you know, talking to Curt, I was like, man, we should do something where we try and get 100, you know, kids in Lamarck, you know, as long as they're old enough to open a bank account, and then we can maybe get some sponsors so that way they have something to start, and then they can have something towards a goal. Like, do you want to be an entrepreneur one day? Do you have a plan to go to college one day? Do you want to be able to have your own car that you buy one day? This is how you do it. This is a plan how you can save. This is how you can start get, you know, the wheels turning, so that way, you know, and I was thinking about, like, even if one kid, if it, you know, let's say it doesn't work, only one kid ends up using that money and they go to college and they do something amazing, then it's worth it. But I think those kids, I know the kids in the community are great. Sometimes if they just need to know, they need to know, how do you do this? How do you save? You know, is that important? Can I do investment accounts? Yes, you can, you know, as a kid. So we've reached out to a couple of local banks. We reached out to some people from the city. We're waiting on some things, and that's something that I hope that we can do.
That'd be awesome to teach them how to save. Even myself, I have my granddaughter. I teach her how to save.
Yeah.
So I mean, that's an awesome idea. I think that'd be great. Reach out to them and teach them how to do that.
Yep.
Super excited about everything that's happening here in Lamarck. We're dropping a Shine On Lamarck video today about Gulfway Plaza, so make sure that you tune in to our Facebook page later today to catch that video.
Have you seen any of those? Any of the Shine On Lamarcks that we've done?
Yeah, I think you did Mama Francis.
We did Mama Francis last about
Mama
2 weeks ago.
Francis.
Yeah, I worked a little bit.
I'm guessing have you been there before?
Yeah. Matter of fact, when she first opened, she remembered me too. I did a little bit of business with her.
Yeah.
So, yeah. I
remember when they opened too. Man, it's been a while now. They've been doing it for a bit. I think it's like almost 8 years now. But Mama Francis, you know what? I'm probably wrong, but it's been a while.
It's been a while.
Yeah,
she's still there. Yeah,
they
5 years, isn't it?
Maybe it was around.
Yeah,
5
I'm gonna say
years.
5 years.
5 years.
Yeah, I'm gonna say 5 years too.
On Yelp, they got rated as one of the top 100 restaurants in Texas.
Good.
Number 40.
They were number 40. It
Not
was
41. 4D.
That's right.
right on the dot.
Yeah, them and Cat's Barbecue were the only local restaurants in Texas. So it was in Santa Fe and Lamarck, Texas, representing for our area here in the Gulf Coast. Everywhere else was either like in the Houston area or just like other places in the state. So shout out to them. Go check out Mama Francis.
Actually, I got a 5-star rating on Google too.
Oh, there you go.
Go look it up. All you do is go to PMP Productions. Got a 5-star rating up there too. It's like that's what I see. I do all that too.
Yeah.
Keep up with all that. Yeah.
Let's share a bit because we have about 3 minutes left. Share, how somebody can find you, maybe phone number, the services you offer.
Basically, you phone my, of course, I'm on Duro, right there by the high school, 404 Durox Road, Suite A. My phone number is 409-229-1530. Like I said, my services basically are paralegal services. Like I said, immigration, power of attorneys, taxation. I do taxes.
That's important this time of year, taxes.
You know it.
Yeah, we encourage people to start businesses, but hey, I'm encouraging you to do your taxes too, because that's important.
Yes. Yeah. Name changes, anything dealing with travel, things like that. That's one of the main things. And I do other services, contracts and things like that. Yeah.
So
I'm a notary, and don't forget, I'm a notary too as well. So you want those documents notarized and legalized the right way, then that's me.
Yeah.
And then I'm gonna make sure that the laws apply to your state. That's one thing. I make sure all the laws apply.
Because they're all different everywhere.
Yeah.
Louisiana's different.
Oh, yeah. They got common law. You got to be, yeah. When you got that common law coming into play, yeah. But certain states, like right now, I'm working with some states out of, I got some issues pending out of Tennessee, Kansas, and Illinois, and I have a couple things going up.
When you mentioned common law, it made me think of common law marriage. That's the first thing that came to mind.
Yeah.
That's a thing too.
That's a tricky.
But whenever
that's a tricky thing.
When you said common law, were you talking about common laws like here in Louisiana? Or were you talking about common law marriage?
Common law marriage.
Okay.
Really, I work with one of my classmates, and me and her go back and forth. Because she lives in Louisiana and everything like that. So we talk about those kind of things like common law marriage. I don't. Paralegals can't necessarily touch that. Anything that's uncontested, that's what we touch. But common law is one of them. But it's a lot of stuff that's there that can apply, like a contract or parenting agreement. Those things can apply there.
Yeah.
In
All right.
states.
Is there anything else you'd like to share while you're here today?
You know what? That's about it. I was a little nervous, but I'm fine.
You did great. Thank you so much.
I told her pretend that she's Beyonce. That is all you need.
Wait, you're not Beyonce?
I thought you
I was going to tell everyone I interviewed Beyonce.
That's what I use myself. When I get nervous, I say, just pretending I'm Beyonce. And then it just all goes away. I'm like,
I'm going to have to try that.
Pretend that you're Beyonce.
Yeah, I do. I was pretending like, okay, let me pretend I'm at home. I'm talking to a client.
Yeah, it's funny.
She's the most confident person I know, so I use her, and I just go on mode, and I'm like, hi.
But
everything's fine.
This is the first time I've ever been on a radio show and everything, so I'm like a little nervous, like, oh my gosh.
I told her she got it. Just
You did
pretend
great.
you're
You did
Beyonce.
fantastic.
Thank you.
Well, thank y'all for joining us today.
You.
Right now, it is 10:30. This is KHEA Radio 99.5 FM.
Hey, so, Gardy, I have to say this before we go off the FM here.
Say it.
So, our intern, Ethan, kind of made a mistake.
Okay.
He kind of jumped the gun a little bit. We picked the winners of the Petrified Eyelash
Did he tag
Studios.
him and post it?
Yeah, check our bottom post there.
Congrats. Oh, it breaks my heart, Ethan.
So I look over and he's like, "Ah!" And I was like, Ethan, what are you doing? So since they're already posted on the video there for Facebook, so if you're watching, we're just going to announce the names here of the winners of the Petrified Eyelash Studio. So if you're listening on the FM, 99.5 FM or KHEAradio.com, here are the winners of the Petrified Eyelash Studios. The winners are Kaylee Gates,
Holly Johnson,
and Becca Sibbett.
Is that how you say that?
Sibit.
Sabu. I don't know.
I don't know. S-I-B-I-T.
Congratulations. Hey, reach out to us. And the order that you reach out to us is going to be who gets to pick which service. And so we're going to be able to monitor that.
Yeah, you can text us or call us at 346-704-1806, 346-704-1806. You know, while we're on this topic really fast of this giveaway, we're going to be dropping another video tomorrow morning for crawfish from Flat Bon Meat Bistro and Grill. Make sure that you tune in because you have a chance to win 3 dozen crawfish.
Let's
from
go.
Flat Bon Meat. So.
KHEA Radio 99.5 FM. Thank you for joining us. All right. Hopefully, see you with Booker, with the legend too.
There you go. If you're watching
nice
on
to
our
meet
Facebook
you.
page, coming up next, we're gonna have Peak Performance Warehouse in studio. They are a fitness gym on 528 in Friendswood. So I'm super excited to be talking fitness. I might be doing some sit-ups today.
Okay, Kurt, you're going to be showing off your core strength and showing off your physical
There is some
ability.
core strength here.
What's up?
Hey, put it behind. Perfect, Ethan.
Yeah. How you guys doing?
Hey, what's up? Hey, your hands are full. I would shake your hand.
My name's Gardy.
Ross.
Jeremy.
Ross.
Ross, why are you You're huge. How tall are you?
I'm Kurt.
6'5"?
Nice to meet you, sir.
Gardy.
Gardy, Nathan, nice to meet you.
Nathan.
I feel like I need to sit here and do some crunches.
He's going to start to show off like his physical strength and ability. So I hope that's okay because that's just the kind of just kind of person he is.
I need 4. And I'm
Hey.
done. I'm done.
It's all be inspiring people to move. That's all that matters.
It is, isn't
Yes,
it?
sir.
So
I might do some push-ups next.
Nice.
I'm gonna get out of control here in a little bit. Hey, can you pan that camera so that I can
got
get
you.
everybody in the shot?
tell me, is that good?
Left. Keep going. Right there. Perfect.
So this is inside of a church?
Yes.
That's awesome.
So, yeah, we're 99.5 FM. We stream on KHEAradio.com. We are a ministry of the church, but what we do is we like to focus on the community, things that are going on, anything that's positive, nonprofits, local business owners, people that are doing cool things in the community. So, and we also talk about, church events, and we have a ton of events that we do with the church. Like we're having a community baby shower this Saturday. So anybody who, if y'all know anybody who's expecting or is pregnant, we're trying to give away a ton of stuff like diapers and formula, just anything really. But that's the kind of stuff that we like to do. So again, it's Peak Performance Warehouse, right?
Mm-hmm. There's a Peak Performance in our backyard too. You know that, right?
But they're not a gym.
Yes,
they're not a gym.
I was going to say it's important
it's
to add the warehouse in there.
chiropractor, like warehouse. Like Gardy's like, it's not in Friendswood. It's in our backyard. No,
I think there's a speed shop too, like a car place too.
That's cool.
So it's important to add the warehouse in there to differentiate ourselves from everyone else.
Yeah, we went to Peak Performance. Well, I've had some of the chiropractic service done there, and then they strapped me up to this a machine like on my back. Look, where are you hurt? It kind of does like the and it feels good. Oh, yeah. So what we did, and it had this idea. Have you ever seen those birth pain simulation videos? Oh my gosh,
you're gonna bring this up?
So I was like, hey, this is kind of what they do. They just put it strategically on a guy. So we had Curt do it a couple times, and we put it on Facebook Live. It was maybe one of the best days of my life.
To simulate contractions.
Oh yeah. So it was just like, okay, we did like 2 minutes, and he's like, ah. Like it was hilarious.
I don't want any part of that.
No, it's the worst. It's literally the worst pain. You're literally being electrocuted. It was the worst.
Because at first he was like, child labor's not that bad. Everybody was like, you're a fool.
I was like, no, having a kidney stone is worse.
I've had
and they're like, all the ladies were like, nah.
I've had kidney stones. It's very, very, very terrible.
Yeah, both are bad, but I don't know. You can't. I don't know. Anyway.
At least you get to hold a child at the end.
That's true, yeah. Whenever he got done with the contraction, somebody had brought him a push present, which we found out was a thing. Like, congratulations on your new baby, and they brought him a blanket and stuff. But so Peak Performance Warehouse, located in Friendswood. This is a gym. What kind of stuff do y'all offer there?
Pretty much we offer strength and conditioning in the group settings. Okay, with a variety of movements and workouts. Different level, different from basic fundamental. We'll go through people with fitness assessment, figure out their baseline, and then from there, we just kind of build them up.
Okay, cool.
So it's pretty much designed for, in most cases, everybody, because we have a client as old as a 64 years old lady.
And she's good to go, huh?
Oh, we have Miss Kathy, right? She was 74, but she has some heart issues already. So, but she was there for a few years for you guys.
Yeah. What are y'all's backgrounds?
So my personal background is fitness, marketing, sales, with 24 Hour Fitness for 13 years. And then from there, you learn so much, you just kind of branch off yourself and you can do more. Because in the corporate settings, you're kind of limited on what you can do and what you can't do. Whereas this way, you can pretty much do network with boot camp guys, network with these guys together to offer more in the community instead of just kind of, everything's taped up and lined up in a.
I have a very serious question.
Here we go.
Do you know which way it was to the gym? Was it this way or was it that way?
Take off the jacket. Take off the jacket. Show them what you got. See if y'all can.
Man, this guy right here. Look at that.
I love the lighting in here. We haven't added more lighting because when I flex the shadow, perfect. Because this bicep's really not that big. I promise.
That's awesome.
Wait, I gotta do it where the audience can see it in the camera.
I like it like moving, but it's like moving back and forth, like
quivering.
That's pretty good. Yeah, the quiver. So, is y'all's background in fitness as well? Have y'all always been doing training?
Athletics. We're getting ready to start really get heavy into athletic training for the next till football starts, basically.
Yeah.
So a lot of the kids we'll have coming in over the summertime, pretty much from the end of spring break until mid-August. And we'll have 40, 50 kids in there over the summertime getting ready for football, basically.
Yeah. Have you considered a career in professional wrestling? Because you are massive. Have you considered this? Have you pursued it already?
I used to play football, obviously, and then I did strongman. They pick up like the big Atlas stones and things like that. So I did that for a long time, and my body's pretty much broken down now. So
Yeah, so we partner with Reality Wrestling, Booker T.
Yeah. I saw that on y'all's Facebook page.
Yeah, we do a lot of stuff with him, and I'm just looking at you. And one thing we've learned is you cannot teach size.
For sure.
And I shook your hand, and I was like, this is your massive hand.
Like, I just want to sit here and like,
how tall are you?
Pump iron the whole time I'm talking to him. Like I'm
6'5".
So does this change the Kurt's throw away? Like I feel like he could probably throw me further than Booker T can throw me.
Well, Booker's a big man too, but you are bigger than Booker. Booker's about like 6'3".
Yeah, I used to work out at 24 Hour Fitness. I would see him up there all the time. At 24. So
Did you stare him down? I was like, bro.
Whenever I
do
did
you even lift?
strongman, I was about 375. That's how much I weighed. About 375.
What are you at right now?
280 or so, 290.
Yeah.
That's pretty
pure
comfortable for me. So.
Muscle. He's like pure muscle.
No, not
270.
Pure muscle. That's
muscle.
pretty comfortable. I stay there pretty comfortably. So.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So whenever you're training for, we got 16 seconds. I'm going to go on, and I may just wait to ask this question.
Sure.
But I'm sure whenever you train for like a strongman competition, and then whenever you're training like in a group setting, and it's different things that go into it. But we'll get into all that. Here we go. You okay? Good morning. You're listening to KHEA Radio 99.5 FM. This is Kickstart. I'm Gardy.
And I'm Curt.
And we are going to be talking to Peak Performance Warehouse today. They're located in Friendswood off of 528. We're going to find out all the things that they have to offer and why you should go check them out.
Yeah, I'm super excited about this interview because I love talking about fitness. Usually it's fitness, whole pizza in my mouth. But today it's a little different.
Yeah, so fitness is important.
I never get tired of that joke, by the way.
Fitness is important because we're in like the selfie generation. People are on Facebook, they're on Instagram, and you just have to. People are going to wonder if you fell off. You got these reunions. It was like my 15th year from graduating. I was like, I can't be fat. What's going on? So you can help people, be in shape, stay in shape. Do y'all help with like eating plans? Like what all goes into what y'all do?
All right, so the basic fundamentals that we break down is real simple. 5 steps to fitness, right?
Mm-hmm.
So
Hey, Curt.
So the first 2 main things are
He's so strong. He just killed our mic. What?
This is good video. This is a good video.
Wow.
Curt, can you help him out?
So next,
I don't know what to do right now.
Here, I'm going to ask you a question real quick. So you were mentioning a little bit about your background.
Right.
You have a background whenever it comes to like strongman competitions. You played football as well. How did that go?
Well, I guess in regards to, let's talk about the strongman thing for a second.
Okay.
So the average person that comes in the gym, we're not going to just say, all right, you're going to start strongman training, right? So most people, we're going to build a foundation for it, for fitness, right?
Okay.
Moving better, feeling better, looking better is always very important to people, but feeling better and moving better, being healthier on the inside is the most important. Quality of life as you get older, right, would be the most important thing. And being able to move, not being having any disabilities as you get older is super important.
Mm-hmm.
Being strong, having good bone density, cardiovascular health is the most important. Everybody wants to look better, and that's the typical, right? I want bigger arms, I want better abs, right? But the most important things are feeling better and being able to function and move as you get older.
Yeah.
Yeah, goodness.
I know. So myself, I'm 33 years old, and one of the reasons I want to try and stay active is because whenever I am 70, 80, hopefully 90, 125 years old, right? I want to be able to enjoy my later years of life, go to the store, drive myself, and not just be like hunched over it. Mm-hmm. Is that important? Like you use it or you lose it? Is that kind of how that goes?
And I'll kind of pick like this. So one thing about me and Ross are both fathers, so we both got kids that run around and are active. So that's kind of one of my main motivations is being able to keep up with my 3-year-old daughter. She wants to go to the playground. She got energy for days. So the working out helps your energy levels. It kind of helps me become a better father because I have more energy. When I kind of get that workout out of the way, you get that endorphin rush. And then once I get my 2-hour workout, I'm good to go for the rest of the day. So I'm actually have more energy after I work out than the days I take off.
Yeah, you start yours like first thing in the morning. That's pretty much how you start your day for the most part?
For me, no. I'm a semi-early riser. These guys are up at like 4 a.m., so I usually come in about 7 or 8. So I usually work out in the middle of the day. So our gym, Typically, we work out when people are at work. That's kind of how our schedules work. We train
Yes.
when people are, either early in the morning or usually late afternoon. So we usually train in the middle of the day. So we've all kind of started training together, and it's been awesome being with guys that not only, preach the lifestyle we live in. So I feel like it's a lot easier to teach when you yourself work out and train. It's a lot easier to sell something that you do. And for all of us, man, it's been awesome working with these guys, the way we push each other and help each other get better day by day.
I saw somebody the other day, and they're a trainer as well. They have a gym, and they focus on fitness. They said, hey, why would I ask somebody to do something I've never done? Why would I ask you to do a fast or like cut out your carbs, or why do 500 push-ups? We listed a whole thing. Why would you go to somebody who hasn't done it, who hasn't lived it, who hasn't, know what you're going through whenever you ask someone, and that's important, isn't it?
It's huge. Like I said, my biggest thing is, or our philosophy is, don't succumb to what's normal. Everybody says as you get older, you should deteriorate, you should get worse, and kind of let yourself go. The dad bod. So, our biggest thing is let's change that. Let's make it normal to be healthy. Your kids are gonna follow what you do. So our biggest thing is it starts with your parents first. When the kids see mom and dad working out, eating healthy, guess what? They're gonna do that. I have a 3-year-old, so we see that every day with our kids. They're sponges. So just trying to make, for us, is making it when they come work out, making it enjoyable. It's not a my way or the highway type program. We try to meet all of our clients where they are. We don't care if you're, 6 or 60. We're going to treat you accordingly. We're not going to come in and, like I said, bash you over the head with some crazy workout where you can't walk for 3 days because you're not going to want to come back. So I think we have a lot of experience being able to modify things, progress or regress clients based upon where they are, and make sure that it's a very family-friendly environment to where the whole family can grow and live a healthier lifestyle.
I'm so glad you said that you don't want us to not be able to walk. So one time I did a body pump class or something like that, and it was 2 days later I got pulled over for like a missing license. And for some reason the officer thought that I was drunk or something.
Yeah.
I don't understand. Because I'm missing the taillight, so he's like, "Get out! I need to do some like testing." I'm like, "Okay,
barely walk."
So I get out, and I can barely walk. I can't even feel my legs, and I start doing. I can't stand on one leg and touch my nose, and go from like 30 to 60. Like, there's no way I can do that. Like, I don't think I could do that. Even without the body pump.
Yeah.
He goes, "You clearly are showing signs of intoxication." I'm like, I have not had a single drop. Like, literally the body pump class, and he's like, "Well, take a breathalyzer." I'm like, "I'll take a breathalyzer." Like, let's go. Blew 000s, and the officer goes, "Oh, you were telling the truth about the body pump class." I'm like, yes.
Just always have a sweaty gym bag. Like, next you'll be like, "I just came from the gym." Like, no matter where you're going, just always have it there.
I don't understand. Yeah, so it was, So I'm glad you say that, because I never want to have that experience again in my life where I can't walk.
Yeah, definitely. We all got, me and Ross have been doing this for, I think, 14 years for you, almost 10 for me. Like I said, Nate just came on, but this guy's awesome. So, like I said, that's one of our biggest things we always talk about, is just making sure that the client enjoys the experience and wants to come back. And like I said, we've all kind of been there, done that. So it's like, hey, this is not our job to kill you. Our job is to help, kind of build you up. And like I said, we'll take the necessary steps to do that.
Yeah, you got to work it into your lifestyle. That's the other thing, because people are busy, but I think you have to make it a priority for yourself, and find that motivation, whether it's your family, whenever you get older, hey, I want to be able to enjoy life, and find that why. Is that something y'all can help people do? Like, find your reason.
So we're not a major, humongous gym, right? We're about 5,500 square feet, okay? But one thing we've tried to do is offer people as many options as possible. So when you come at, say, 5 p.m., we have an adult option, whether it be boot camp or a cross fitness style class we teach. We also have kids classes going on at the same time. So what we try to do is be like a one-stop shop for your entire family, right? So we want you to be able to, mom, dad, 2 kids can all work out within the same hour, and then go about their day. So
with the kids classes, what age are they able to participate?
They start them off. We have kids MMA. When I say MMA, it's more of an MMA fitness class. So they work on a lot for 4 to 7 year olds. So they start at 4 years old. My son does it. So they start as early on balance, footwork, following directions, which is probably the biggest
tough for
obstacle
kids,
out of all of them. So Yeah, that's a fantastic class too. So you'll have a mom drops her kid off at the class. The kid goes across the gym, does their MMA for an hour, and the mom does her workout. Hop back in the car and go home together.
And the good thing about the MMA class is it's actually taught by a professional MMA fighter. So Charles Cheeks, he's one of our guys, and he's a professional. So he's awesome with the kids. He's a former school teacher. So the class is very organized, very structured. The kids learn a lot.
Yeah, again,
so it's awesome.
Going somewhere where somebody's done it and they've lived it at the highest level is different than going, somewhere where it's just like, oh yeah, we can train. I train, but I don't know.
We have a few former professional athletes that teach our athletic classes. Jeremy is the head of our athletic program, and then we have Trey Watts played for the St. Louis Rams. He does a lot of our speed and agility, and then Caleb Hawkins played college football. He does it as well.
Do we know Caleb? Yeah.
Caleb
Solomon.
Yeah, there you go. Yeah,
that's awesome. He's one of our trainers.
And then last night we went to watch the Rockets and T-Wolves because one of our clients plays for the T-Wolves right now, Cam Reynolds. So that was pretty fun getting to see him. He worked out with us all summer, and then last night he got to play on the biggest stage possible, right?
Yeah.
In the NBA. So
are y'all Rockets fans?
Yes, absolutely.
But you gotta root.
I am a Rockets fan.
Do you root for your guy? I mean, you gotta root for your guy.
Oh yeah, for sure. We were pulling for him.
Are you not a Rockets fan?
Well, I'm originally from California.
Don't tell me.
So
okay, there's several options, right? Don't let it be what part of California?
So I was born in Pasadena, so I'm like a humongous Kobe Bryant fan.
Okay.
But since he retired, I haven't figured out what I'm gonna do yet.
you just got LeBron back, so
well, see, I grew up in an era when you had to pick Kobe or LeBron, so I rode with Kobe. So now LeBron's there, so I'm kind of heartbroken. And then we're not in the playoffs, so I'm just kind of floating right now.
People. Yeah, there was some unrealistic expectations because they're like, hey, they're signing, JaVale McGee. Yeah. They're signing like I'm trying to think of what's his name. It was the number 2 pick with Derrick Rose. He slipped my mind. They traded him to but it's just like no, that's not it.
Yeah, it's not. That's not
Lance Stevenson. They got a whole bunch of misfit squad. Put it together. Then the young guys get hurt.
Together, so
I'm a big Rockets fan.
Do it, but that's neither here nor there.
Dang. Shots fired. Hopefully LeBron's not listening. Hopefully he is.
LeBron James just shut down KHEA radio.
So focusing on student athletes and people who want to come and train, that's huge. I'm guessing like in summer and on weekends, y'all will be able to specialize with them, right?
Definitely. So our athletic program is pretty awesome. We take a 3-phase approach with all of our athletes. When they first come in, we test them and see where they are, and then we kind of build a program based on that. So over the years, our biggest thing is we kind of like a data-driven program. So we want to be able to tell a parent, hey, your child started here, 6 weeks later they're here. Kids like seeing that. We love seeing that. Our biggest joy is when our kids are successful. One big thing we're big on is the mental side of training. Being former athletes ourselves, we kind of understand the demands of the sport. We understand the demands of your coaches, parents. You have schools, so you have all these different pressures. And then sometimes it's confidence issues. So our biggest thing is make sure our kids and guys are mentally strong. We want to make sure it's a place that when they come in, we're constantly building them up. We try to minimize a lot of the joking and the negative talk. Our biggest thing is when our guys come in, this has to be a safe haven for them. And they know their coaches are going to uplift them and build them up. So it's been awesome, just seeing the different groups of high school guys, college guys, and just kind of seeing the progression of them. They come back, after their season and they can't wait to train with you. So that's a testament to the staff we have, the gym and facility we build in our philosophy. So that's what we're big on.
Are the student athletes that come, whether they're in college or high school or even, I guess y'all have pros too, but those younger ones, are they mainly in that Friendswood area that they come? Or are they from where?
Our gym is pretty conveniently located. Like we're only about 1.5 miles from 45, so we really feed a lot from Webster, Clear Lake, Friendswood, League City. We're not like into Friendswood. My old gym was like into Friendswood across from like Perry's, right there in the middle of Friendswood, right? So this new facility we have is a lot closer to 45, so we're able to pull from Clear Springs, Clearbrook, other high schools other than just Friendswood High School.
Yeah,
junior high.
We got a lot of kids from Dobie last summer also, so it's not too far from Dobie High School either.
Yeah,
I haven't worked out. I went and did a yoga
Y'all
class.
may not know this, or you may not be able to tell.
A yoga class
this is what
like
peak performance looks like in the flesh. In radio.
The last time we went and worked out, we went and had abuelos, right?
Yep.
Like we went in
Mexican
workout
food.
meal.
No,
yesterday.
pre.
Oh yeah, just switch it
So
around
we
next
did
time.
this. We
On
went and
accident.
ate abuelos. Then we went to Sanctuary Gym and
We
did our
had
workout.
30 minutes. Like it was like, hey, we got 30 minutes to get there. Get the check. We didn't know it was going to be that
The
workout.
worst idea ever. Load
like
up
it.
on Mexican food before you go and do this. I wanted to die. Like I just was like, heaven, like give up the ghost, you know, like just take it, you know, like that's what I
Already.
wanted.
It's my
It was the
time.
worst. Never again. And I haven't worked out since. Like I
Oh,
literally
man.
like I'm like this is the worst experience of my
I
life.
can
I'm
see how that
done.
ruined you a little bit.
That was like
I
6 months
did.
ago.
It was 6 months ago. You know, I will say this. Somebody texted me and said, also that muscle flex.
Was it your girlfriend?
Yes.
She loves you with
She
your.
was like, ooh.
Hey, well, come on down. She really gonna love you. So come on, we'll take care of
She'd
you.
be like, oh, I didn't even know. Those muscles.
Yeah, how long would it take? I mean, because he's peak performance when it comes to radio. How long would it take to get him like athlete peak performance level, or at least to
There's not enough time in the day.
How long will it take somebody?
Go ahead, Jeremy.
Let me go take some. No,
Let me get a cricket. Sound like a cricket.
my little joke is 2 weeks, but no. Our biggest thing is consistency. The more consistent you are, the better results you're gonna get. It's simple. You know, we try to keep it very simple. Life is simple. The more consistent you are with something, the better results you're gonna get.
You know, last night we were talking, I think Pastor Josh brought this up. He was talking about Nick Saban, the Alabama head coach. He's like, he gets up every day at the same time, 5:15 or whatever, does his walk or does a workout, does the elliptical like every single day. Then every day for lunch, he goes and gets the same chicken salad every single day. And then at night, like for dinner, he does the same 3 meals. Like he has a choice of 1, 2, 3 meals. And you're like, well, that's boring, but it's consistency. And the same thing goes with gym. Like I remember last January when we started this workout routine that we did for like 3 months, right? It was literally Monday, Wednesday, Friday, 5:15 in the morning. I was there. I was working out. And I
You
lost
started
that-
dropping weight, started eating better, looking good.
looking good. I looked, tasty, as they said.
Who says that?
Me. But I haven't been able to get in a routine like that again where I can do those kind of things. But you do. You wake up every Monday, Wednesday, Friday, 5 o'clock at the gym, right?
I didn't today, but yes, for the most part I try. But yeah, so my daughter woke up, and that's the other thing with my daughter's 2. And you understand because
Yeah,
you
for
said you all
sure,
have
for
kids, and
sure.
so sometimes things are different.
Man, definitely.
Yeah, she was up last night, and I was just like, oh man, and I just shut my alarm off. Like at that point, I was like, yep, not waking up. But things
yeah.
happen, and that's I need to get out of doing that.
I've got a 7-month-old and a 4-year-old, and the 7-month-old is.
You have a
tough.
better excuse than me. I'm
It's
like, my
tough.
daughter's 2, she woke up, but yeah.
Nah,
tough.
trust me, I understand. My 3-year-old hops in the bed with me every night. Mom got smart and has a pillow for it, so I'm just like sleeping on the edge of the bed. So trust me, I understand. I think the biggest thing, man, is preparation. So the way you prepare either the week before, the night before, that's huge. And just so when things do arise, the kids hopping in bed or you don't sleep well, the dog's up all night, everything is ready to go. One thing I try to do on the weekends, either Saturday or Sunday, is just prepare my breakfast. So I have like little Ziploc bags, and I'm sticking protein powder and all kind of stuff in there. But in the morning, even if I'm running late or something's doesn't go as planned, everything is ready to go. I just mix it in water and I go. And that's, extra 10, 15 minutes you save with your stuff prepared. I try to put my clothes out the night before, have it in the car. So, that's just one less step. That's
Making it easier.
Yeah, 20 or 30 minutes you can save, and that's that. It makes your drive or transition to the gym a lot easier.
Wow. That's interesting. So I follow some social media, like I think it's like Instagram bodybuilding, and so they always put these things, and it's like, oh, in four weeks, difference 28 days or like 16 weeks, and these people go from like, from Curt to like Arnold, and like 16. I'm like,
Wow.
is this possible? I'm just wondering, like, if you could look like Arnold in 16 weeks, would you put the work in that it takes?
16 weeks? No, not 16 weeks. I went like 6 hours.
But that's the fitness industry has done a great job for marketing reasons to set unrealistic expectations for people. You know what I mean? So they'll buy the product or they'll the fitness plan or whatever. So
Sometimes they're not playing fair. You don't know.
it's definitely not fair. Those
Yeah.
are unrealistic timelines to see, especially the changes you're talking about in someone's body, right?
I'm just gonna keep praying that one day I wake up and have the body. Like I just pray every night. I'm like, dear God, please give me the body of Arnold.
Answer back. You gotta put that work in. You know, that's the key. It's like
It doesn't. Yeah,
our blessings. We gotta work for the blessings still.
There you go. You gotta work for the blessings.
You got to.
That's tough.
New shirt.
Sometimes you don't want to
Work for the blessing.
You don't want to hear that.
I
But
know.
it's 10:57. We have a couple minutes left. We have about 2 minutes, 20 seconds. We're talking about Peak Performance Warehouse.
Did you see Ethan's comment, by the way? First of
didn't.
all, because of this comment, Ethan, I'm rehiring you. I fired him earlier today. Did something bad. He said, what do you call a dinosaur that works out? Tyrannosaurus Flex.
Oh,
There you go.
Good job, Ethan. Like, that's a good job.
Rehired.
Rehired.
Welcome to the team again.
Awesome.
We'll get you your badges back.
So share, I guess, one more time, the hours of operation. How can somebody find out more information and what you offer there at the gym?
Yeah, go to our Peak Performance Warehouse on Facebook, at Peak Performance Warehouse on Instagram. We have our schedules up there. Obviously, we have 5-6 classes a day to choose from, as well. Boot camp, CrossFit style classes. We have kids MMA, adult MMA, rowing. We have all different types of classes to choose from. You're welcome to come in, get a free 3-day pass. If you're looking for personal training, we also offer personal training.
Cool. Is this you guys right here? Oh, I think so with the
Yes,
logo.
sir, that is.
I'm going to follow y'all.
Awesome.
There you go. So we'll be able to share some of y'all's stuff out. And
Are you going to tell them that we have to go and do a workout at their gym?
Hey,
Absolutely.
that'd be awesome, man. Come on.
well, I'm just looking at this picture. Now I'm intimidated.
Stop.
Over here, guys, over here. Y'all need to go check out. It's Peak Performance Warehouse on Instagram.
That is not what I look like when I take my shirt off.
Yeah, you don't want to know. You don't want to know.
Let's
But
just
yeah.
say I give Casper a run for his money.
Oh, man.
That's my last name.
That's fair. That's fair. Yeah, man, we'd love to have you guys out for a free week. Come in and try a free week of classes. And
You
see
gotta
how
bring
you like
the
it.
cameras, though.
Yeah, yeah.
You gotta bring the cameras.
Bring the cameras. We can do that. We can do that.
And our intern.
We'll send Ethan.
Bring the intern, too.
Ethan, do you do any working out?
I do not.
Why not?
He looks
I
good.
don't know.
without
I used to work on a farm, so I guess I considered that my workout.
But now you're not on a farm anymore, Ethan.
Yeah.
You sit here on the radio. You're gonna start looking like me one day.
I've probably gained maybe a pound since we've moved down here. So
Yeah,
I mean,
but it hasn't even been a year. Think about it. You're gonna gain like a pound every 6 months, and then you're just gonna end up looking.
oh,
like-
no.
like
like
this.
Kurt.
Like, sign me
Twice.
up today.
Baked potatoes
Just a bunch of potatoes. The potato diet.
and the potato diet.
Hey, okay, it's 11 o'clock. We're out of time, but I want to know how important is nutrition,
Oh,
like
huge.
diet, and what kind of stuff do y'all, I guess, recommend? Is it different for everybody?
So diet is the biggest component of your weight loss journey. So you can't outwork a bad diet.
Yeah.
We tried. Your food affects your performance. It affects your workout. Affects your energy levels. So actually, Nathan has brought over a lady, and she's a dietitian, I believe. So she has very reasonable pricing, and she comes in once a week and meets with some of our clients. They weigh, they talk about, how they can tweak their diet plans, and that's huge. So, we always start there. The nutrition is first, the working out is secondary.
Okay.
So my biggest, I guess, tips are prepare your nutrition, then your workout. If you could have any 3 tips to take away from this.
As this dude eats candy.
I love Skittles.
It's like that for anything. Like guys that want to build muscle, you have to eat protein to build muscle. You have to eat more protein. So I mean, it's not just weight loss. It's if you want to gain weight. There's a lot of people that come to the gym and, hey man, I really need to gain some weight. I'm too skinny or whatever. So the nutrition is a huge component to it. Absolutely.
What about balancing, like, intake of carbs? I know the keto diet, a lot of people are like, oh, I'm losing weight, but like, do you need carbs? Like, what's y'all's thoughts on that?
Our biggest thing is, what are you training for? What are you eating for? There's no one size fits all diet plan. Everybody's body is different. So my wife, she does keto. She's huge on it. She's done awesome. I think lost almost 30-40 pounds. But I think what she's learned and what I've kind of learned is it's a balance of everything. With the keto diet, some people get excessive and they want to order, a quadruple cheeseburger with cheese, mayonnaise, and pickles. It's like, that's not gonna. You're taking out the carbs, but you're adding a lot of other bad stuff in there. So the biggest thing is just, get a good balance of stuff. It's like you can eliminate the carbs, but at the same time, that might cause your workout to, kind of alter. So just find some sort of source for the demands of whatever you're trying to do.
Cool. Well, thank you guys for joining us. Is there anything else y'all would like to share?
like we said, come on down for a free week. You know, especially if we heard they listen to it, you know, on this radio pod or this radio station. We know we'd love to give them a free week and take care of them. Like I said, we're looking to serve our community, help out any ways we can. So we love to partner with churches and different organizations to help uplift our community. So we're definitely down for that.
Awesome. Well, thank you guys for joining us today.
Thank you.
This is KHEA Radio, 99.5 FM. It's Kickstart. We'll see y'all back again tomorrow morning, 8:30.
Awesome. Thanks for having us.
Thanks, guys.
All right.
But yeah, absolutely. We'd love to have y'all come try a couple classes.
Sweet.
It'd be great. We'd love it.
Do you end that stream?
If y'all work out early, we have